Oh boy. Oh boy. We are running late. Late. And I am not set up at all. Where should this go? Maybe over there? How does that look? Does that show those drop targets a little bit? I don't want this in the way though. Where can I move you? Still need light. Come on, light. Makes it worse. We'll go with that. Why not? We'll go with that. And what do we got here? Ramrod, what up, my man? Dude, how you doing, buddy? Did you just subscribe again? I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. I'm hoping for I know, so I've reached out to a few of my friends that like have Amazon accounts and whatnot, and I've just said, hey, any chance you can hook me up with that Twitch Prime account, just because I'd love to get the sub points to the 15 threshold, so I can get you your second emote. So that's the goal. We'll see. Maybe we'll get some love tonight. Oh, you had a coworker do that. Awesome. Oh, so that's the Ramrod 215. Oh, that's awesome. So is that what? Who else? Who subscribed? So Ramrod. I mean, you're the Ramrod. You're not really Ramrod 215, right? Let me see. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, Ramrod. I didn't know. Do you typically have 215 at the end? I am. Oh, you're the coworker, or no? You're 3 months subscriber. Okay, you are the Ramrod. You said you had a coworker. Yeah, let me double check and make sure that this is right. How's everything look, by the way? How's all the lights? Let me turn this on. I just set up this game. I want to make sure everything looks okay. Kaz, what up, man? How you doing, Kaz? Yeah, sorry for the late start here. Yeah, 215 was the end. At the end, Ramrod was already taken. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Dude, Kaz, man, thanks for the bits, buddy. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It's great, getting bits and you haven't even started flipping. But does everything look okay? Does the lights, everything, does this look centered? That looks decent. This camera, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with that. Pinsadia, what up, Nick? Dude, the prostate's good as ever, buddy. I can only imagine some friends and family watching and be like, what the heck? Why are they asking about the prostate? You don't want to know. This camera, this is what I hear. Does that seem too light? I think it's okay. I think we're okay. I think we're all right. We're just going to roll with it. So let's go. Let's get a warm-up game in. Does everything look good? Can you hear it? Do I need to turn it up, turn it down? I mean, I don't think anybody can get sick of TNA. Cookie Monster, what's up, man? Dustin, oh, my bad. Cookie Monster, that's not right. Cookie Monster is Corey. My bad, buddy. Corey, how you doing, man? I saw your picture on, what was it, on the Don't Panic Flip, where you compared yourself to Jordan, and I thought that was cool. Yeah, Time to Destroy 9, that would be great. Don't Panic Flip, yeah, let's go, George. Let's have some fun tonight. Same thing, different, yeah. Dude, Kaz, man, what's with this? I really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for the bits. I really thought you got rid of this. No, George, this guy, oh no. TNA's going nowhere. This thing, I've had it, I sold it, I regretted it, and I'm never selling it again. No, for sure. No, TNA's staying around. How you grabbing the 7SD? Oh, so Nick, they made an update. And so if you look on the main LCD in the upper left, you see the score now. So he updated it specifically for streamers and just makes our life so much easier. So the new code, there's a feature in the code where you can turn on to display scores on the LCD. So no need for the extra camera. Yeah, it's awesome. It's perfect. Yep. Guys, enjoy the podcast. Thanks for putting in the time and effort. Dude, I really appreciate that. I've told people before on the stream that I love doing this. I love doing this from the social interaction side. But the podcast, it always makes me happy when I hear people are listening to it and enjoying it, because it is very much a weird feeling of talking and just throwing it out there and seeing if people enjoy it or not. So let's try that. Does that look any better? Okay, the 920 look any better? Okay. All right, so perfect. All right, let's dive in here. Yes, so this game, one of the reasons I set up this extra camera, and it's going to be a little hard to see, but I have, and George, you need to do this in yours, but if you look, that's a clear drop target. So I actually have replaced my drop targets with clear drop targets, and then Scott actually coded in extra lights under those 3. So I really wish I could show that off better, and maybe I can get a slightly better angle. Maybe that'll work. Let's go with that. Let's see if that... Nothing like setting this up right when you go to start. All right. Well, thank you, everybody that's here. Kaz, appreciate the bits. Ramrod started us off with a sub. I appreciate that. The goal, Ramrod, I know you've gifted some subs this month, and I'd love to get you that second emote. So I've been, hopefully we'll get to 15 sub points by the end of the night. I think we have a chance. Like I said, I reached out to like my brother and a few others. I was like, dude, you gotta throw me that Twitch Prime. I gotta get to 15 before the end of the month here, because I gotta get Ramrod as emote. I gotta get him the second one. So, and I'm telling you right now, whenever I figure that out, if I hit that, you can tell me right now whatever you want. I'll make that the emote. It'll be a good time. But let's dive in here. Let's have a good time. How's the sound? Is it loud enough? Because I don't think anybody can get sick of TNA here. So we'll give it a go. But oh, another thing, and it's gonna be kind of hard to see. Let me find this again. Let me find these shots. I'll tell you, after playing like Turtles and playing Stranger Things, like there's something about hopping on TNA that's just like, it's so much fun. Like it's exhilarating how I don't know what I want to say here, but like simple, like almost relaxing it is to play this game. How do I? Sorry guys, nothing better than like trying to do this on stream, but I really want that to be the focus. There we go. Let's go with that. All right, here we go. Another thing, it's going to be kind of hard to see, but if you look right here, right there, that's actually Scott Denisi's signature. It says Lion Man in Sharpie right there, and then that's Scott Denisi's signature. If you go on Pinball Life, you can buy a set of replacement plastics for, I think it's like $5 or $10. Like, it's nothing. It's really cheap. And Scott works at Pinball Life. So I emailed him and I said, hey, I'm about to place an order and I'm going to buy a set of replacement plastics. Is there any chance you'd sign them? And then it was like, absolutely. So I actually got 2. I have a buddy of mine in the area who also has a TNA. So he got the left one. But yeah, so now I have a signed plastic from Scott Denisi. So, George, hit him up. Get yourself a signed plastic. But yeah, let's play a game or two here. Find the shots, all the good stuff. And then we'll dive in. But yeah, I can't get enough of this game. I've done almost every mod to it you can. Because yeah, it's just, this is the game that when I have friends or family over, this is the game we go to. Kick ass on these mods. Oh yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, between the drop targets and then if you look at the ball save timer, you'll see it start to flash red. That was Scott Denisi added that when he made Rick and Morty and realized he loved those extra lights, and so he actually released one for TNA. So I put that in mine, which is awesome. It adds any more light that I can put in this game, I'm putting it in. Another thing which you can barely see, is I've hooked up an RGB strip to the same colors as the lights of my speakers. So what shines on my back wall is the same color as what the speakers are, which is pretty sick. So yeah, let's go here. Oh, that's awesome. You know what? Who needs multi-ball, right? You should get those green plastics. So here's my deal. Is I had them and I took them off. And the reason being is I am kind of a color snob. I work in the print industry. You know this. I've talked about it before. And in the print industry, a big thing when printing is to have a neutral gray. Like most of the time when you print gray, it's not a color build of, you know, a certain percentage of black. It's actually a mix of cyan, magenta, and yellow. And so if your gray looks slightly pink, then you know your magenta's off, or it's slightly blue or slightly yellow. And it's like my eye is so, like, it bothers me when I see a gray, like a light gray, that's shifted one way or the other by hue, by color. And if you look, almost all of the plastics in this game are gray. And it's a very nice, neutral, almost cool gray, like it's leaning towards the blue side. Well, the moment you put those green plastics on there, now that gray, that nice neutral gray, becomes yellow. And I couldn't stand it. I like the light show. Dude, Matt Furr, speaking of my coworker, there you go. Matt Furr, thank you, Matt. And you think I care about gray, the color of gray? Matt Furr, if he's watching right now, Matt Furr likes gray. Gray is his favorite color. You ask Matt Furr what his favorite color is? Gray is his answer. But yes, you want to make sure that this gray, when I had those clear green plastics all the way around, it made it yellow, and I just couldn't stand. Yep, there he is. What up, Matt? How you doing, buddy? Matt, you've played this game. This is, so everybody's heard on the podcast that when I talk about TNA, I talk about, hey, I had a friend coming from out of town. We played a whole bunch of games at one of the local pin bars, and this was the game that was his, this was the game he came back to and wanted to play more of. And when I'm talking about that story, I'm talking about Matt Furr. So the man, the myth, the legend has joined us. Yeah, I don't know how long he'll be sticking around, so, you know, if you guys want to rub your shoulders with greatness, Matt Furr is here. And if his wife Sarah happens to be watching, she is probably rolling her eyes so hard. Alright. So yes, the key to this game, I mean, everybody's probably seen this game streamed, is you absolutely want to be in multi-ball as much as you can. And my thing is, if you're playing, like, if you have 3 balls, you better have played 3 multi-balls. So, because when you start a new ball, it relights your locks automatically. So, it's like, just be smart about that and utilize your multi-ball as much as you can, as all of it's gone. Yeah. That's fine. Hey, we're warming up. So the keys to this game, and how's the focus look? Let me check that real quick. Here's my focus search. You ready here? You zoom in a lot. Then you go on your camera here. And we go to focus, and I adjust it one way. That made it worse. And then we go back the other way. I think we're good right there. There we go, and now we make it back. I'm just an expert, guys, in OBS on the fly, let me tell you. Use your arrow keys to get her nice and centered. A little bigger. There we go. All right. I think we are good. Face cam's good. Direct. I think we are all good now. Let's go. All right. Well, kind of a crazy beginning. Everything. I mean, let me know. Does everything visually? Are we looking okay? Does it sound okay? I can turn up the music. I can talk loud or whatever you need. It's Wednesday night. Let's have a good night. Let's chat it up. We can talk about whatever you want. And I'm going to do my best here with some TNA. More slurps. Was that loud? Was that apparent? You like that? Nick, you like that? Is that? No, it wasn't that. That's perfect. Yeah. You let me know. That's what I should do. I've been I've been looking for more channel redemption things. Like what would be a fun channel redemption thing? And I should do, because I always have a drink with me. I should do like a redeem ASMR, what is it? ASMR slurp. Somebody will do it and everybody else will hate it, but it'll be like, ooh yeah, here we do that. Yeah, Ramrod will slowly actually have something to spend his spend his points on. But all right, here we go. Feeling good. ASMR, yes. Oh man, Nick, are you streaming after me? And if so, I saw you did your you were questioning what to stream. Dude, that's a brilliant plunge right there. Okay, yep, gonna do Ricky Bobby, Craig Bobby, everybody. How you doing, man? I gotta check. Hey, did anybody see? It's a me. Did the Discord, the TPN go out? Dude, okay, that's 2 in a row. Yeah, I'm restarting this game right here. Oh, I don't have to hold both buttons. Yeah. Okay, I jinxed it. No, that was just bad in general. Did the Discord notification go out? You're a master flum. Yeah. So the trick shot, Craig, is I have to read it. I'm really curious to see what George wrote, but there's 3 skill shots in this game. The first skill shot is if you look up here, the O is flashing. So if I plunge, and that's random, but if I plunge and you happen to hit the flashing dot, that's one of the skill shots. The second skill shot is the ball goes all the way around. It's gonna hit your left flipper, and you flip your left flipper, and you lock a ball. That's your second skill shot. But this is what it is. Jeez, everyone, it's just another pinball stream live now. Wouldn't rush or anything. Maybe at that direction. That's awesome. Or not. That's great. That's awesome. It's just another pinball stream. Awesome. Thank you, George. Guys, there's a lot that I think everybody that's watching right now also watches George. Don't Panic Flip. But that guy, he does so much in the background for TPN and other streamers. I mean, I really can't thank him enough for what he's done for me personally as a streamer, but also like what he does in the background, which is so cool. All right, so what I was saying is the third skill shot, which is the super secret skill shot, I think is what it is, as it goes all the way around, you don't flip your left flipper. You don't flip it. You let the ball hit it, bounce over, and then with the right flipper, you sink it. And I'll tell you, it feels so good. It feels so good when you hit it, but if you miss timing at all, you do exactly what you saw me do. So I'm going to try it again. So, yeah, you see how I got it close. But it's like, I try to go for it every time, and there's no reason to. Especially like right now. Right now, there's no reason for me to do it at all, because I wouldn't get any extra points for it. But it just feels good. Like, it's an awesome shot, and I'm going to tilt. Yeah. I cannot believe I didn't tilt that. Another really cool thing that Scott did in this game is you can see on my back screen, I have 0 warnings left. Okay, apparently I tilted just not doing anything. That's neat. You can actually earn more tilts, which I don't know of any other game that will award you more tilts, which I think is pretty great. Another thing I definitely did not tilt delay. Yes, that was quite a delay. Another thing I did not check before I started this. Dude, let's restart that. Let's check this real quick.
Aborting mission.
I did not check level at all. And unfortunately, we look good. So I can't blame it on that at all. Alright, let's go. Let's actually focus up here.
Welcome to the future.
Are you playing this as part of a challenge? No, there's no challenge right now with this. There's some really cool challenges going on with like the Nublar challenge and like Hot Wheels had a bunch of challenges, but I submitted this game to participate in a challenge and it wasn't picked. Hey, did you go to Zach's place yet? I did not. So here's the deal. I was supposed to go last night. I was really looking forward to it. And I just felt awful. I felt awful last night. And so we decided that was not the thing to do. So I did not go, but I am planning on going to Zach's soon. I don't know. I need to figure out what day would work next with my wife, and then coordinate that with Zach. But I will definitely be heading his way soon, and I'm greatly looking forward to it. It'll be that's why you don't do that. Exhaustion awful. Like yeah, So we had a family gathering over the weekend. And it's like the first gathering we've had in a long time. So it's just, I don't know, with COVID and everything, I'm always so like, we're still very particular about that. And it was just one of those, like Sunday night, I started not feeling well, like just tired. And then I was up, not Sunday night, Monday night. And then I was up a lot with my son. He's 6 months. Monday night, somebody just decided he didn't want to sleep. So I did not get nearly enough sleep Sunday night, and I just woke up with like a head cold and exhausted, and I am losing everything here. And made it through work, and it was really cold here in Indiana for like one of the first times, so I felt really cold, and I'm like, I don't know if I have a fever or I'm just cold. It was just all the above kind of thing. And then it's like, well, we were around a bunch of people this weekend, you know. So we decided against it, and what I did instead, because I was going to leave right after work and start heading down his place, and then drive back, and I probably wasn't going to get home until 1 or 2 in the morning. Cheesy Buddha, what up? Good seeing you, man. I wasn't going to get back till like 1 or 2 in the morning, and as exhausted as I was and as bad as I felt, that was not going to be a good idea. So, I know you jumped to a lot of conclusions on what that might exactly, like with everything that's going on and everything that's going around, it's like when you talk about COVID, it's like, what are COVID symptoms? Like body aches, exhaustion, coughing, runny nose, headaches, chills. It's like, I have a slight headache, I'm cold, but it's also cold outside. I'm exhausted, but I also have a 6-month-old that I was up all night with. It's just, it sucks. It sucks. So, to answer your question, no, I did not go to Zach's place. What sucks is I have Stranger Things all packed up. It's actually upstairs in the car upstairs, and I need to get it back out because my wife needs to use that car on Friday. I've been through it at least 4 or 5 times. I'm already secured by a good night's sleep. Yeah, basically anything that could be a COVID symptom. Exactly. So, my wife is a nurse practitioner, and like, when all this first started, you know, they were very particular about what type of patients they would still see in person. And they would always ask, you know, do you have a fever? Do you have any respiratory issues? And if the answer was yes to either of those, then they wouldn't see them in person. They would do an online or a remote kind of visit instead. And then we've come to realize, like, no. Do you have your sense of smell? Do you have a headache? Do you have, like, you can have COVID without a fever. You can have COVID without lung issues. So my wife's basically like, well, we basically now can see anybody. And every symptom. I mean, it's the flu season's coming right around the corner. Like, everything can be COVID. So she loves it. She loves the just utter, I don't know, confusion. So yes, and then when you yourself are like, I do not feel well. Great. Should I be like quarantining myself from my entire family, or do I just need to get a good night's sleep? You know, that kind of thing. So luckily, I feel way better today. I went to bed last night at 9 p.m., which for me is kind of unheard of. Went to bed at 9 and I slept until 7. I feel bad for all the medical people. Winter's coming, yeah. And so I got a real good night's sleep, and I feel way better. Still definitely have like the head congestion, but not the like exhaustion. Matt. So my coworker here, this guy, we went to grad school together, and Matt, I mean, the fact that you're awake right now is impressive. Matt's like 9 o'clock at night and wakes up at 5. I think this is what Game of Thrones was really all about, viruses. Oh, the whole winter is coming? Yeah, it's, I don't know. Yes, I do feel bad. I mean, I respect the heck out of our medical people, and, I mean, it sucks. I respect the heck out of our medical people, our teachers, like our grocery workers. I mean, it has just thrown so many people for a loop. The White Walkers were COVID. Yeah. The White Walkers were actually an invisible... Yeah. Alright, let's blow this guy up. Dude, okay. That's ball 2. I need a poor grocery people. Dude, when this all first started and like everybody was on lockdown, and it's like the only people that's when like nobody was going out, and it was pretty much if I went out, it was to pick up food from the grocery store or something like baby related, because our son was born in April. That was the thing that it's like, you know, it's one thing for these doctors to be doing this. I mean, it's their job. Like they know this. And they get paid. I'm sorry, this gameplay is... I am struggling. I'll find the shots, don't worry. I mean, at least doctors get paid good money. But, like, grocery people, no. And I don't know. I respect the heck out of them for sticking with their job. And like... I'm not one to say where taxes should go, but, like, by all means, I'd be happy to pitch in some of mine to, like, give to grocery people because they deserve it. This is what I was like the first time I played this game. This game is hard, but you can find the shots. So there's smart ways to play this game. The two things, if you can do two things in this game, you can do well. One is from the right flipper, backhand the lock. That is a safe shot. That is important to be able to hit that shot. Number 2 is to plunge, manually plunge up there. Because what you're going to find is later on, the reactors limit you on which side you can hit. So it's almost easier to lock a ball and then manually plunge and drop it up top. If you can do those two things, you can do pretty well. The third thing that's really critical is hitting these orbits. If you can get those shots locked down, you can be good. So let's try for the secret skill shot again. Nope. There. So I got one because I flipped, but it wasn't the right flipper here. Alright, that's fine. That's what ball save's for, right? Another thing you can do is you can short plunge. So there's a plunge up top, but I'm just going to go ahead and let it go. So let's lock this. So if I do this, a guy showed me this. If I short plunge, that was not short enough. Okay. Another thing you don't do in this game is shoot the middle targets. Now that I understand it way better, I'd consider buy one at some point. Dude, I love this game. I love this game. But these 3 targets are death. Do not aim for them unless you're just wanting to be ballsy or you're in multi-ball. So another safe move here is you actually short plunge to about there. You're going to see the ball's going to run down, and then right about here, when it hits this corner of the cabinet, slap the side of the game. And what you can do is you can bounce it up far enough, because otherwise it'll hit the top of the sling. It'll bounce up far enough that you can catch it with this right flipper. Right, So if I do, that was too far. Well, there's the super skill shot. Bloody Cactus. I don't think I ever hit the skill shot on this at Papa. Bloody Cactus, I don't know if I've seen you around. Thanks for jumping in. Which skill shot are you saying? I don't think I ever hit the skill. There's three. There's 3 skill shots you can do in this game. Dude. Oh my goodness. I thought I was... Alright, there we go. Now I'm up top. Let's get this. Okay, neither of them hit a single thing up there. There we go. Up top. Oh, I got 2 up top. That's good. If you could hit a switch, though, that would be really nice. Neither of them hit anything up there. Alright, let's cradle up. I would like to cradle you up. Okay, never mind. Send her up there. Alright, let's do this. Top lanes. I only had 5 games on it. I never try for the top lanes. Like, you really have to have it dialed in. The other secret skill shot is you loop it around, and then with the left flipper you go for the lock, or the left flipper you let it bounce off that, and then go for the lock with your right flipper. That's typically what I do. Dude, how did you not hit that either time? Okay. Now, when you played this in Papa, how did they do locks? Like, could you steal locks from people? Because here's the other skill shot. So we're going to go all the way around. We're going to hit it, let it hit the left flipper, bounce over. Then I'm going to lock the ball with the right flipper. Just like that. Just like that. I'll try to show it again, even though it doesn't count. So, nope. Alright, let's get this. From memory, yes, there was lock stealing. That was... That was when I first came out, I think several years back. So that's the thing. I mean, it sounds like if you played a Papa, then you're a competitive player. Do you like the concept of lock stealing, or is that like you hate that? That you can put forth this work and then somebody takes your ball kind of thing? Because I'll tell you, lock stealing is absolutely my wife's favorite part of this game. Because it means that I can get a multi-ball all lined up for her and then she takes it from me. How can I not hit a target? I was like the physical over virtual. Yeah. Dude, I'm struggling to just even destroy one reactor here. Well, let's hit it right here. There it is. Okay, after you destroy a reactor, you get a quick ball save. So that's normally when I try to hit a few of the middle targets. And then, and the scoop, man. The scoop is just brutal. I would love to shoot the left scoop. Alright, this is where, like, good players typically, try to relock multi-ball. Because that's the smart thing to do. Alright, doesn't matter. Is that ball 3? Alright, let's go. Let's have a good game here. Just for the sake of warming up, I'm going to actually do a co-op game. So you start 1 player, 2 player you push and hold. You're going to see it goes to co-op mode. There you go. We're going to go ahead and play 4. So the way I look at this is how far can I get with 12 balls? So I'm playing 4-player co-op, but with 12 balls. And then for some of you that have tuned in, you may not notice, I'm out. Matt, dude, thank you, man. Good seeing you, buddy. And thanks for the sub. I really appreciate that. We're going to get there. I want to... The goal is 15 by the end of the month. And we'll get there. We'll get there. Alright, so... You betcha. Alright, so... Co-op mode. One thing... This is running newer code. If you look at the DMD, the Direct Capture DMD, right here at the top, you see that pink 00? So before, there's actually, alphanumeric displays on this game, which is awesome, but when you would stream this game, it was like impossible to stream. So Scott in the new code put it where he'd actually put the scores, and you can see it right there at the top, which is great. So some people don't know that. So my score is there. We're going to do a 4-player co-op. So the reality is this is, I have 12 balls. So how far can I get with 12 balls? And I think I mentioned earlier, every ball relights locks. You see how my locks are flashing green. So that means I can lock balls in there. And did this camera drop down? It did. I'm trying to show off my drop targets. Don't want it in the frame. Let's go right there. There we go. All right. So that's in the frame, of course. You know, just trying to be professional here. Alright, let's try that. As it's drooping down. Sorry, guys. Well, apparently my little arm here just doesn't want to play ball. But let's go with that. Why not? Okay. I know it's in frame, but we're just going to roll with it. Pro stream. Yeah, I know. Thanks, George. Yeah. So when you start a new ball, though, your locks are lit, and that's what I want to try to take advantage of that. So the goal would be every single time I start a new ball to get into multi-ball. That should be a priority if I can work through it. So let's see how far we can get. The farthest I've ever gotten doing this was to reactor 7. The farthest I've ever got by myself was to reactor 5. So let's see how far we can get here. So, of course, I'm going to go for the super skill shot and totally biff it. Alright, so my skills, there we go. Okay, one locked. My ball save's almost out. Alright, so it's all about trapping the ball in the right flipper. If you can trap the ball in the right flipper, you should be able to backhand that lock. Now, if I short plunge, which I did not do correctly. Alright, let's get into multi-ball here. See if we can. So I would love to get some control. There we go. Alright, we're in control here. So let's get into multi-ball. Once I get into multi-ball, the goal is going to be to finish this grid. So I need to hit this left target 2 more times. There we go. Let's go. And everything goes everywhere. Let's go. There's one. And one more time here. That's fine. That's fine. The balls are both coming back. There we go. I hit it. So now the goal is the scoop. And normally this also happens on a ricochet. It would be great to lose both balls. And multi-ball is over. That's just how this game goes. Alright, let's see if we can backhand this scoop. No, I can get the rejection. Rejection. And boop. Oh. Come on, scoop. Come on. Here we go. I checked level a little earlier. I feel like it's leaning right. And I know that's just a sick excuse for bad pinball play, but I'm telling the truth, guys. Alright, come on, scoop. Come on, scoop. So the smart play, like George, if George was playing this, because he's a good player, he'd be trying to hit these targets down again. So if you drop all 3 targets again and then hit it in the scoop, it'll relight your targets to lock them, and then you can lock the ball and get back into multi-ball. Jeez, rejection, and that's awesome. That was quality play. Should have given it a hard shove there. So 1 ball down, but here we go. Ball 2, but my locks are relit. So let's see if I can get into multi-ball here. Okay. Oh, things are just bouncing all over the place. All right, let's go. So right flipper. There we go. Locked in there. Let's lock it. Let's lock it again. Oh boy, That's why you don't go for that multi-ball. Or not multi-ball. That's why you don't go for that skill shot, because you look like an idiot. It hits your left flipper, and then you flip with your right, and if you flip too early, it literally just goes under it, and you look like an idiot. But I don't know why I go for it. It's a very dumb move. Alright, can we get into multi-ball, please? There we go. George, you said your Rick and Morty's almost here, man. What's leaving? Come on. Okay, whatever. We're hitting our scoop. Let's get into multi-ball, though. Alright, we're getting into multi-ball here. There we go. Alright, now I'm trying to hit an orbit. What I could be trying to do doesn't matter now. Come on. Dude! Lost everything. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's collect ourselves. Oh, man. I'm on ball 4. I'm on ball 4 of 12, and I haven't destroyed one reactor. So that's okay. Let's just hit it right now. Let's just get it. So I'm going to short plunge, overshoot it. There we go. Okay, we're back up top, and we're going to be down. If it falls through the C or the O, there's a real good job. Yeah, Craig. Come on, focus. Yeah. There we go. Nope, too hard. There, right there. What I just did, the left to the right, warm-up route. 45 minutes, right? That's the goal? 45 minutes. And this is 12 balls just to get into the game. There we go. All right. Here we go. Let's go. So if I want to maximize score here, this is where you want to hit the up at top there. There's the 1, 2, 3 targets. And I've hit 1, so it doesn't matter. Alright, the other thing to maximize score is your multiplier is based off of how many balls you have in play. So right now it's 1 ball, but if I hit that and I start my 3-ball multi-ball, when I actually destroy the reactor, it'll be 3 times the value. So let's go ahead and get into multi-ball. There we go. And then let's hope one of these can nail that destroy target on the right. There it is. So we blew it up. Perfect. And we blew it up times 3. So now I'm going for the center targets, which is exactly what I want to hit while I'm multi-ball here, because these are safer as I lose all 3 balls. So once again, the appropriate technique would be to not go for the targets in the middle, because that's almost guaranteed death, but to go for the lock shots. I am not pro, so I'll do exactly what you saw, which is hit it and react. That was what I tried. Let's backhand the scoop, get a rejection. Let's try to backhand the scoop again. Okay, let's get in that scoop. Let's get in that scoop. Let's get in that scoop, please. Oh my goodness. Let's go. What purpose does the grid have after the multiply inserts? After you fill it up, you get it increases your bonus. So it's nothing that I ever shoot for, but it is something that is happening, so it's not for nothing, if that makes sense. There we go. First try.
Please stand by for reactor startup
Alright.
sequence.
Alright. Okay. Grid 2, or Reactor 2 is lit, so let's go ahead and get up top. which it's always easier for me to hit the left orbit, and I'm so jealous because I don't know what it is, but Don't Panic Flip, for some reason, on his can backhand it, and I cannot. There is zero chance I can do that. So here we are. Reactor 2 is already lit, which is great. So while I'm up here, let's see if... Okay, we're fine. So this would be, once again, from a point standpoint, I wish I was in multi-ball, but I am not going to risk it. I'm just going to try to hit it. Alright, so red flashing shot right there. I missed it. Alright, let's see if I can backhand it. But I will tell you that there it is. Alright, grid, while I still have a tiny bit of time, ball save timer. No, not a single hit to the grid. Okay, whew, okay, so that was, I blew up the first reactor. I fully started and blew it up with that ball. So that's my first round. So that was 4 balls. So now on my 5th ball here, and let's get to reactor 3. Was this the first game you bought? No. First game I bought was a Data East Secret Service. That was the first game I bought, and it did not work. It was a complete mess, but I got it for cheap with the intention of working on it, and I would not recommend that. I would not recommend that for your first game, because I didn't even know how much I'd like pinball. So the first game that I bought in working order was a Stern... I heard something upstairs. Was a Stern Avatar. That was the first game I bought. I went from Stern Avatar to Simpsons Pinball Party. I went from Simpsons Pinball Party to Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy to this. Sold this to get a Hobbit. Had a Hobbit a long time. Traded the Hobbit for 3 machines. World Cup Soccer, Pinbot, and F14. Ended up selling F14 and Pinbot. Got a Shadow. Got an 8-Ball Deluxe that I fixed up. And then I traded 8-Ball Deluxe and World Cup Soccer for this back. Sold Shadow, got Turtles. So that's where I'm at. So I own TNA and Turtles. Alright, so locking the ball. Locking the ball is the first thing I'm trying to do, which sucks because I'm just wasting my ball save time right now. There's one lock, okay. Quite the buy and sell journey. That was like over 3 years? Maybe more? I'd have to look. Roughly 3 years. But that's what I would tell people. And what's funny is when I was getting into the hobby, everybody says it. They're like, don't focus so much on the game. Like, don't go into this mentality that you're going to buy one game and that's the game you're going to have the rest of your life. Like, pinball absolutely has a buy and sell like aspect to it. So just buy, if you're going to buy a game, make sure that you're paying an appropriate price for it, because there's a good chance you may not keep it. I mean, if I was made of money, sure, I would have kept every single one of those games. But I'm not, so every one of those games I was able to sell or trade and lose little to no money on them. And you learn. I mean, you learn what you like in games, you learn what you don't like in games. Yeah, so definitely don't look at every game that you buy as like, this is a keeper, and like pressure yourself into that, is this a game that I'm going to want to own forever kind of thing? Because the answer is no. I highly doubt it. I would have to say Reactor 3 is probably my favorite music. How's the music? Can you guys hear that well? Do I need to turn it up? Let me know. I'll turn it up for you. Alright. So Reactor 3, both orbits are still lit, so I'm always gonna go for the left orbit as I can. Music is good, but feel free to turn it up. Alright, let's go one more notch. I don't know if that helps, but... Alright, here we go. So we're up top. Ah, that did nothing up there. The goal is to hit this sling and it like go back and forth between the slings. typically where I get the most action up there. So let's see if we can get up there again. It was a little early. There we go. Okay, the C sucks. The C basically rolls, it's C-O-R-E, I know it's hard to see, but the C basically just rolls straight down. The original prototype, everywhere that's a blue circle up here, was actually a star rollover. So it made sense to me that when he did the C, it would hit that rollover and probably head that way. And they didn't carry that through. So my locks are lit. That must have been a mystery shot. So let's go ahead and lock these balls. That would be a smart thing to do while my locks are lit. And you can see they're lit because they're green. Another thing that's smart would be to purposely try to short plunge it up top like I just did. So that's a manual plunge. So try to take advantage of that. Nice. Perfect. So our reactor is maxed. Let's try to get this ball on the right flipper because I want to actually lock this ball. Because I always want to blow up my reactor in multi-ball if I can. So that was, yeah, I had to move it and then I had to do it. That sucks. So I have my balls locked and loaded, and yeah, that sucks. All right. Let's I just saw I got some reflection. Let's use this old DMD. Does that help? Yeah. Perfect. All right. Okay. Let's get multi-ball going here. There it is. All right. So I have D with Rad. Rad is on the far left, and D is really hard to hit. So I have the destroy target and the D. The D's already hit, so I just have destroy. Oh, I thought that was it. Come on. Come on. Destroy target. You get on the left side over there. Dude, I am flirting with it. I am flirting with it. I've hit the scoop. I've hit the orbit. I've drained multiple times. Okay, let's just snipe it here. Let's go. That's what I need to hit. Right there. Let's just hit it here. There it is. Alright, hit the grid while I can, while my ball save timer's on. My ball save timer's gone. Oh man, what do we got here? Dude, Wild Dog Arcade, thank you for the raid. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that raid. The 9 people that are coming over, thank you for coming. I'm Joel with Just Another Pinball Stream. Dude, loving the raid, man. Yeah, playing some TNA tonight. Trying my best right now. I'm doing a 4-player co-op game. Just happens that my 3 other friends are busy at the moment, so I'm just going to go ahead and play their ball. But yeah, let's see how we can do tonight, and let's have a good stream. Normally, I introduce that and would drain within about 10 seconds, so it's coming, is what I'm saying. So I was saying earlier, the smart move is once you've used your multi-ball, to relight the locks. You see how my drop targets are flashing blue. So if I hit that scoop, it'll spit it out and it'll relight my locks. So just like that, it's going to relight my locks, and that's okay because of ball save. So now you can see my locks are green. And we're back to being able to lock again. So let's go here. Wild Dog Arcade, what were you? Scooter, what's up, man? What were you guys playing tonight? Scooter, how you doing? Thanks for dropping in. We love this game. We own one as well. Happy to watch you. You guys, I think I've watched you guys play before. Haven't you guys? You did like the hot wings challenge. And haven't you like replaced a lot of the balls in this game with the ceramic balls, which is insane. I've never once thought to myself like, oh, this game's kind of slow. Let's make it harder on ourselves. But no, this game, I have nothing but love. Nothing but love for this game. Ah! As I drain the ball. Getaway. Yep, that was us. Replace the balls with power balls. Yes. Yeah. No, Getaway's a fun game. Getaway's a fun game. I hope you had a great stream. But yeah, thank you for the raid. So where are we at? We're on ball 3 of round 2. So this would be my 7th ball, and I haven't even started 4. So not the best, but let's see if we can. We're one shot away from getting multi-ball. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try to short plunge, drop it in up top so it'll roll in and start my reactor. That's the goal here. So let's see if I can do that. And the answer is no. Oh, yep, that was it. That was exactly the goal. So short plunge it, underdo it, and then just have it just miraculously bounce in there, you know? If you have the skill, you gotta flaunt it, right? Alright, let's get into multi-ball. Hey, look at that skill. Alright, let's get into multi-ball here. Alright, multi-ball time. There we go. So now, to get up top, it changes based on your reactor hits. So, I can go to the left side now. There's a good chance that that's going to flip over to the right side, as I'm just losing every ball. Alright, 2 balls. Alright, so let's get them. Okay. 2 balls. I don't quite remember if it's the slings or if it's the pop bumper. One of the two. And a Wild Dog, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I really, really appreciate that. What I just realized, this is kind of sad, but my headphones actually turn off if there hasn't been a sound in 20 minutes. So I didn't hear that notification, but thank you. Thank you. Alright, I don't remember if it's the slings or if it's the pop, but right now I can hit the left flipper. So let's see if I can do that. And the answer is no, and now it's back to the right side. Alright, right side, left side, back to the right side, left side. Okay, Wild Dog Dude, thank you. Thank you for it. You got some sick emotes, those are great. I am trying. I don't want to sound baggy. That's what I'm not doing. But I know currently I only have 1 emote. And I know when you hit 15 subscribers, you can get to 2 emotes, I think. So I'm close. That's the goal. That is the goal. All right, you gonna get up there? Yes. Okay, let's keep it up there. Keep it up there or not? That's fine. All right, what do we got here? What was my... Dude, Scooter, thanks for the follow, man. Really appreciate that. I typically stream every Wednesday night from 10, this is Eastern time, 10 to roughly midnight, a little later. So feel free to come say hey. Alright, keep it, dang it. So I had it on the left flipper where I wanted it, and I just hit my sling, so now I'm on the right flipper. So smart thing would be to try to relight my locks here, because one of the useful things once you've relit your locks is you have the chance to short plunge it. Actually short plunge it up there, and you don't have to worry about your lanes. Alright, so here we are, ball 2, but player 4. So this is ball number 8. So I'm gonna once again try to short plunge it up top. That was way too hard. So let's see if we can lock a ball instead. And then I'm gonna try before the auto plunge to once again try to short plunge it up top. There we go. That's good, but it hit the C. And the C is almost instant death. Alright, so we're on the left flipper. Let's see if we can hit the right orbit. Nope. But now I'm where I want to be. Alright, be on the right flipper. So now here's a tough choice. Do you lock the ball, or do you go for the left flipper, the left orbit directly? I'm going to go for the left orbit. Looks like I made the wrong choice because it hit the C. And drain. Oh, thank you for that. Alright, left orbit. Alright, same decision. Do I lock the ball or left orbit? I'm going to go greedy and go left orbit. Let's see if I can do it again. There it is. Okay, I like the R. R is good because you get that side-to-side action. All right, and now because it's on the right, or I love that the code has been updated such that the score's on the screen now. Yes, that is a huge relief for streamers. I actually had always done direct capture, but I would set up another camera, and just not having to set up that other camera is such a huge relief. Because you'd have to set the gamma and stuff really weird to get it. Alright, so I already hit one of my targets, so let's go ahead and get into this multi-ball, and hopefully I can bounce around and pick up my other stuff here. So let's see, there's one. Let's see, I got my destroy, and I got my D. There we go, so let's just get that D target all the way over on the left side. So I'm truly just trying to bounce it around and hope for something good here as I lose everything. Oh wow, I didn't realize my ball save timer was gone. Alright, so I'm back to single ball play, and I'm not gonna lie, the D is okay, I'll take that. Okay, ball save time, we're good. Let's try to pop one up the middle while I ball save? Yes. Alright, so I have a lot to hit. A lot to hit with no security blanket. None. So let's see if we can... There's two things I could do that would be safe, right? Yeah, it never came out right. Yeah, I know, it was hard. Another thing some people don't realize is the save target. So S-A-V-E. Once you roll over enough, you get a flashing shot. You can actually control that flashing shot with your flippers. If you roll over the flashing shot, it turns on your ball save. So if I want to go for some direct hits, the smart move would be to turn on that ball save. And that way it would protect myself a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and try to backhand that. Let's get our locks reroll here. But I will say, if I see the ball going out of control and it's going towards an in lane, I'm going to be trying to focus to make sure I get that rollover. So it'll either save my ball if it's in the out lane, or I'll go ahead and roll over it when it's in the in lane, so that'll give me some security so I can take a few pop shots up the middle. That ball save's going to kick on, because that's okay. You should definitely give me that ball back. Thank you. Alright. Alright, so now this is where I want to... All that work. Okay. So now I want to lock balls. I want to get back into multi-ball because I got a lot of shots I got to do on the grid here. So let's just try to focus on doing that. So there's one lock. There we go. There's two balls locked. Here we go. Let's go. Let's get into multi-ball here. And multi-ball. Alright. So, up the middle. That's all I want to do right now while my ball save timer's going. Yeah, just a lot of shots right up the middle. You see, I'm trying to fill that grid. Okay, I'm down to 2-ball play. Alright, I haven't quite figured out which is the safer shot. I think it's from the right flipper. Ah, bummer. One shot away. Let's just risk it. That's not a smart move. And then we got to go for the scoop, which is another hard shot. Alright, let's see if we can backhand this scoop here. Ah, rejected. That is the tough thing about this game. The rejections from the scoop, because the angle can be rough. Alright, so reactor 5's lit. And you gonna give me that ball back? Thank you. Let's short plunge it. Ah. Alright, here we go again. So orbit time. Oh, I really thought that was gonna bounce over. Alright, 3 balls to go. 3 balls to go. Let's we done with this? Nope. Just listen to some tunes for a second. Alright. So I'm going to try to short plunge it, get it up in there, bounce it around a little bit. Otherwise, the goal is going to be let's lock a ball. Wild Dog, if you're still watching, have you swapped out your drop targets for clear? You can see them on my other camera here. If you haven't, do it. It's awesome. Just adds more light show. Make sure you do that. And then down here with the ball save, mine has the 2 extra LEDs. Do that mod as well. So let's plunge it up top. That was not enough. So we were going to lock the ball instead. Alright, now we're going to plunge it up there. Not enough again. Ah, he missed it! I flipped over it! That was a waste. That was a waste of that ball. 2 balls to go. Too much. So let's lock the ball. Okay, that's fine. We hit our orbit. Yep. Oh, I missed it. Come on. Let's lock this ball and short plunge it up there. Nick, what up, man? No! I feel like you predicted that. Oh, final ball. Final ball. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you for that again. Let's get it up top. Alright, let's lock this ball. Let's plunge it up top. Let's actually get this plunge right. There it is. Stay up there. Stay up there. Stay up there. No. Alright, we can get a multi-ball going. Which is tough, because trying to get up in the orbit with a multi-ball is a challenge, but... That's good. I'll take that. Yeah. Stay up there. Stay up there. A little more. Let's go left again. Yes. Come on. There it is. Let's go. Let's go. Just bounce her up there a little bit. Let's get into this multi-ball ASAP. What do we got? Our 5 hits. The D is the hard one. And then target, 2 to the pop. What other pins do I have? The only 2 that I own are, I own this and I own Turtles. TMNT, the latest Turtles. And then I'm soon to be renting Avengers Pro. Multi-ball. I owned this game, sold it, regretted selling it, and a year later bought it back from the guy I sold it to. And it's now never leaving. It's jeez, it's too good, even though it just hands it to me every time I play. Like this. I mean, I did all that work for multi-ball, did nothing with it. Nothing. Wise decision. Yeah, no, So, when I bought this game, I remember loving playing it at the bar that I had originally played it at, and I had so much fun playing co-op mode. That I was like, this game's incredible, like that's going to be the game that I'm going to play with friends and family. Well, I bought the game, and at the time it was my only game. I bought it from that bar. That bar actually sold it, because it didn't actually do too well on location. So I bought it, and I realized it was the only game I was playing every single night, and it kind of got stale. But on a single game, how far have you gotten? By myself, 5, and I was 1 shot away from starting 6, which would have given me my extra ball. Ugh. So, yes, 5. I've destroyed 5 reactors, which is comical because the farthest I've gotten on this game is 7, where I play with all 12 balls, which just means I just choke. I just struggle with the last few balls here. So this is my final ball, so the smart move would be to try to relight multi-ball here, because I got a lot of grid left to hit. So yes, I sold this game. Every time that thing shoots it right down the middle. Every time. Why did I not get that lock? So I sold it, bought a game with a ton of depth because I thought, I was like, this game is kind of shallow, it's repetitive, I want something with variety, I want a longer playing game. I got Hobbit, and what I loved about Hobbit is if I was playing it by myself, like it was such an adventure, but every game would be like 20 plus, 40 plus minutes. And I realized there was times that, once again, I only owned one game. It's like, man, I'd like to go play some pinball, but I don't have 30 minutes. So I wouldn't do that. So then I realized, like, I need to have a shorter playing game so that I could go have a quick game of pinball. TNA is the perfect quick game of pinball. It'll kick your butt. I also realized I was very good at Hobbit. So when friends or family would come over, I never wanted to play Hobbit with them because they oh my goodness. They would have a game, they would have a ball that would last like a minute and a half, and then I'd have a ball that would last like 10 plus minutes. And I could tell they didn't care. They didn't want to watch me play anymore. Co-op team, I say, oh, I'm going to go play a quick game of pinball, and then 5 hours later I've played 50 games. Oh, for sure, yeah. So Gary and I managed to beat the game. That's awesome. All right, the last follow was Scooter. So thank you, Scooter. You are going to be the highest score here for a second. I do like on Turtles that you can do all 4 player names. Alright. So yeah, I'd had a Hobbit. I had this amazing game, but I didn't play with anybody. I didn't want to play it. I just wanted to watch them play it because I knew nobody wanted to watch me play. And co-op. Like, co-op is I can actually play the game with people. Like, Hobbit didn't have co-op. So I realized that, like, my favorite way to play pinball is with people. And so I had just sold away the best game that I knew of to play with people. So, like, I knew I wanted it back, but I knew if I ever got it back, I needed to have another game. Like, I couldn't just have TNA. And so, fortunately, I got to the point where I had worked and sold enough games and kind of raised up enough capital that I was able to trade to get this back. And I love it. I love it now. And I mean, even if I was only going to have these 2 games, Turtles and TNA, what I love is both of the games have co-op mode. So both of the games are really friendly to play with people. But with that said, even though Turtles is a great game, like, I may be able to play 1 or 2 games with friends and family, but they always want to come back to TNA. And I think it's just due to the simplicity of the game. And that's what's awesome. But, oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, I don't play when I have folks over. Plus, my machines are on no ball save, etc. Well, yeah, Bloody Cactus, you said you went to Papa, so, like, you're a top-tier player. Like, my wife is a really good runner. So I hate running, but if she's ever like, hey, you want to go on a run? It's like, why would I ever want to go on a run with you? Like, you are going to be way up there, and I'm going to be way back here. And I understand it's that same feeling with playing with, like, friends and family, yeah. Our personal best on 1-player mode was 7 for the reactor. That's awesome, man. That's really good. It makes sense about Hobbit, yeah. So I do miss Hobbit. Like, to be 100% honest, I do miss Hobbit. And now that I started streaming back in May, like, Hobbit would be a great game to stream because I'm going to stream for 2-3 hours, so why not? Like, let's go on this adventure, let's dive in, let's do this. But as much as I miss Hobbit, in my head, I'm like, I don't know if I can justify owning it again because I know for a fact I'll never want to play it with other people. And that bothers me. Like, I don't want to only have a game that I only want to play by myself. So, I don't know, but... yeah, Scooter, yep. Nice job. Way to have the high score here. The simplicity with complexity and disguise. I agree. So it's awesome about this game is, like, you can talk, friends and family. Like, I had my parents playing this game. I love that one day I played where it was me and my mom, who she's like the worst player I've ever played with. No offense to my mom, but she's just not good. Versus my wife and my dad. And it was awesome to, like, compete that way. Be like, all right, Mom, I got you all set up. But then there was ball locks, so, like, we were able to steal. I mean, this game, I get it. I understand when it came out. People are like, what is the hype? What is the point of this game? I remember seeing the picture, like, that game was boring. And then I played it. And the music. The music is so good. All right, so let's just go with a 1-player game here. What's interesting is in my head, it's like, I either do a 4-player co-op mode or a 1-player game. The main reason is extra ball. So if I can get to Reactor 3, I get an extra ball. And if I get to Reactor 6, I get an extra ball. So really, it's like a three-ball game could actually be more like a four-ball game if I get to the right areas. So let's see how I do here. So some people differ on what you should use your ball save on. Some people are like, well, when you have a ball save, go for the dangerous shots up the middle. Like, I only have one shot left. And others are like, no, get your locks going just as soon as you can. I know, I almost lost the ball right there. Alright, let's try to get multi-ball here. There we go. For sure, agree. What is this? Alright, I'll get to that comment. I will. Okay, nice. Reactor's lit. So in a perfect world, I would grab both of these balls on the left flipper so that I can hit up top with the right. Ah, that sucks. Well, there goes my multi-ball. Alright, we're fine. We're up top where I need to be. R is good. Let's bounce around up there. How did that miss? For sure, agree, you guys, about simpler games for non-pinball people. Agree with, yes. But there's like there's a interesting, like, way there. I really dig the Bally 90s area for that reason. I agree. Like, I had a Taxi for a little bit, and Taxi was awesome. Like, Taxi was an awesome game. One, because there was lock stealing, which I'm a huge fan of. And two, it was easy. It was easy to explain. But I do know that, I mean, people want to see... Like, that was the thing about Hobbit, was like, people were wowed by the light show and the mechs and the screen and everything. Like, people want to see cool things. But, like, Hobbit, I just, like, when I would try to explain to people what to do, they just, like, glazed over. So it's like, well, how do I get no multi-ball? It's like, well, do you see these rollovers? You want to roll over all those, and then you want to hit the right ramp when it's green, because right now it's a different color. And then once it's like, just even that. Rollovers, right ramp. Rollovers, right ramp. Like, it was just too much. It was too much for them to go for. So, I think it's really cool. I have not played Guns N' Roses, but it sounds like Guns N' Roses is very friendly to a non-pinball person with being, I don't know. I don't know if the right term is like, it seems like it's very, friendly with its multi-ball. So, oh, I did it again. I keep messing that up. I keep thinking the ball is coming from the right side. I keep thinking that ball is going to hit the left flipper and bounce over, and then I panic right at the end. Bloody Cactus, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I know my skills, just judging by what you've said in the chat. I know my skills are not quite at your level. Night, mate. See you next week. Hey, I'll be here every Wednesday from 10 to midnight, 10 to 1-ish. So thank you. Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate that. So ball 2, let's go. Let's short plunge it up top. That's too much. Alright, I gotta stop doing what I was doing with that, where I think the left flipper is gonna hit, and it does not. Let's see if I can... Alright, now the focus, now the ball saver is out. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's try to short plunge it up top here. I don't know another game where the plunge is so important. Okay, no worries, we're all here to give each other tips. Yeah, yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and lock it, and then let's try to, once again, short plunger up there. The short plunge is critical in this game. Like, finding out that I'm not, because it's like, okay, if I can lock the ball and then plunge it up top, it saves me the hassle of having to hit these orbits, especially in later reactors. But yeah, Wild Dog, I mean, how did that feel to... You guys blew it up with 12 balls? I mean, that's awesome. I mean, it blows my mind. Like, Skip Natty, when he owned this game, he did some stream. I think it was Good Games Done Quick or something. He, like, did... Oh, that's garbage. He did a stream and just, like, just did it. Like, just, hey, let me just blow, like, let me just show you how to beat this game. And he explained it the whole way, and it was so casual, and he just does it. TNA, I like that. Well done, Jordan. TNA, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, man. Hey, have you guys ever, I mean, I know, Fliptronic, you guys have rented a lot of games. Have you ever rented TNA? Or what's your view of it? Sorry, I missed the question. How did it feel? Oh, how did it feel to blow, like, to win? Like, I'm assuming. So here's one question. You said you did it with 4-player co-op, so that's 12 balls. So on what ball were you when you had the 9th reactor lit? But beat game on co-op, yeah. What ball were you on? So you started the 9th reactor. What ball were you? The very last one, exactly. So it's like, you must have been like puckered up, you know, like don't mess this up kind of thing. But that's got to be exhilarating. I could go for the extra. Here we go. Let's get this reactor lit. Come on. Had TNA at a local bar, but now that bar is closed. Come on. Thank you. TNA, I don't know. I played it at a bar and really enjoyed it, but it wasn't until I got it home and I could really crank the music that I really started to enjoy this game. And bam! Oh. Come on! I just lost all of that multi-ball. This is ball 3. It was intense, man. It was great. The most fun I ever had with a pin. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. The most fun, the best moment I would say I've ever had with a pin was defeating Smog in Hobbit. Just because, well, Hobbit had a few really amazing moments, and the music is a big part of that. Yeah, Scooter, yeah. Home environment is always better than location. But this is quite an expensive hobby to, like, try to always experience things at home, you know? But yeah, Hobbit definitely had... Don't do that to me. Please give me that ball back. Thank you. Hobbit had some amazing moments of... just because of the music and, like, the cinematic... Like, some of the wizard modes were so cinematic. They were awesome. But yes, I definitely get more nervous playing this pin than any of the other ones. And I think it's because this pin does such a good job. Oh, no, I thought that was bouncing over. This pin does such a good job of making you feel that you're like just one step away. Like right there, I had 2 reactors destroyed. All I had to do was fill up the grid and hit 1 scoop, and I would have had an extra ball. And just like that, like it's just the fact that the game you can baby step it. Like, come on. Yeah, lots of money. Yeah. Scooter, what games do you have?
Welcome to the future.
All right, let's go. Once again, sponsored, not sponsored, by Arnold Palmer. Light. So good. This is kind of funny, and I'll go ahead and show you guys. I don't know if you can see. Nah, I'm gonna have to. Okay. I'm gonna move this for just a second. Right here, there's a blue 42 and a red 38. If you guys have heard of PinMonk, PinMonk is the guy that sells the flipper kits for cooling fans. He had actually mentioned, I had reached out to him because one day I played TNA for like 3 hours straight, and I took the glass off and I realized the middle of my playfield, like right here, was super hot, like to the touch. And I was like, that can't be good. And I reached out to him to see if he had a kit for flipper fans, and he didn't. So he's like, I've had some people ask, would you be willing to help me test? So over the last few weeks, I've actually been testing different kits. He's actually sent me. This is really cool. We're on like iteration number 5. So like the original iteration was these red ones. This is the same ones that worked on Stern, but they don't work on this kit because of the way the things were laid out. So then he sent me the second iteration, which I told him, I was like, hey, you should really do purple. Second iteration were these gray ones, and this actually went into the coil stop. Then the third iteration was these purple ones, but they didn't fit right. And now the fourth iteration is what's on there. But what's crazy is he had me track the heat. So that's what I did. So no fans. Every 5 minutes I was writing down. So without fans, they were getting over 60 degrees Celsius. And now with fans, so right now, the left coil, which always seems to get hotter, I'm at 41. So 41, and I've been playing over an hour and a half. So they work. They definitely work. The thing's no longer hot to the touch. So soon, he's going to have these for sale on his website. He'll have spooky themed flipper kits. So I really like it. This isn't a game that has ramps, so it doesn't I've never been in a position where I felt like my flippers were getting weak. I definitely felt that with Stranger Things, but that's awesome. Can't wait for the link to those fans. So all I can tell you is I don't think they're available yet. But feel free to tell them I sent you. Feel free to tell them I sent you. But they will be, if you just search pinbunk.com, but I'll go ahead and put this in here. Yeah, so if you go here, you'll see he's got a link to the Stern version of the fans, which are great. But he soon is going to have a TNA version. And then I also recommend, so if you're watching this game, he also has a fan to replace the stock fan in the power supply, and it cuts down the sound like a ton. So that guy, he has been awesome to work with. Awesome to work with. Damn, sign me up for the pre-order. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people complain about that with Rick and Morty, that it gets to the point where the left flipper, they can't hit it. So reach out to him. You can reach out to him on Pinside. His name's Virulent, V-I-R-E. Here we go. What do we got here? I think it's V-I-R. Yeah, Virulent. V-I-R. Here. This is the guy on Pinside. V-I-R-E-L-A-N-D. So reach out to him. Either PM him on Pinside and just say, hey, I was watching Just Another Pinball stream. He mentioned that you have a fan kit for Rick and Morty. Put me down on the list. And he'll probably hit you up the moment he posts them. But it's they've worked great. They work great. And I know for Rick and Morty, it's definitely more important because of that. But I'm happy to have him on this. Fliptronic, so you're saying you're a fan. Nice. You feel good about that joke? Yeah, solid. But yes, I am a fan. Oh, Scooter. Roadshow, Indie, Star Trek, Jackpot, Attack from Mars, Whirlwind, Fishtails, Doctor Who, World Cup Soccer. Awesome. That's a great collection. Of all those games, what do you think? Which one do you think you've played the most? And then which one do you think your friends and family play the most? But, all right, let's go. Let's do another one player. We might go to another. Gotta bail. Gonna go try to get Computer Frenzy on. Nice. All right. I'll probably end up sending people your way. So, Nick, great seeing you, man. Thanks for hopping in. All right, here we go. I'm also seeing my light here is a little. That's supposed to be pink, and it's a little more purple. So I may need to check the connection on that one. But here we go. All right. There it is. I love that shot. Love it. Boom. See you, Nick. Love that super skill shot. That extra 100,000. You know what I just realized is who was it? I think it was Dead. Somebody recently posted, and I remember seeing it online, but they basically said how great it was that Steve Ritchie put a flasher underneath the spinner. So as it spun, there was a light, and he did that on Star Trek. I don't know who said that, but I just realized that Scott did it on this. You'll see that light flash right there. I know in an interview, Scott said that Steve Ritchie was his favorite. Oh, Wild Dog, are you still there? If you are, another thing, and I mentioned this earlier, is if you look right here on this set of plastics, right there, you see that gray? That's Scott's signature. Yeah, and so this is what I would recommend. And I hope he doesn't get mad at that I am telling people to do it. I think it's amazing. But on pinballlife.com, next time you do an order with Pinball Life, you can buy a set of replacement plastics for cheap. It's like $10 or something. It's really cheap. But all you have to do is email Scott and say, hey, I'm about to place an order. Is there any way you'd sign my plastics? That's what I did. And he's like, sure, send me your order number. Place the order. He signed them and shipped them out to me, and that's how I got a signed set of plastics. So I had him actually sign both of them, and I'm giving my other one away to a buddy of mine who also has a TNA in the area. So if TNA is a keeper for you, super easy way. Really, oh man, yeah, exactly. I was placing an order, and I was like, I love this game. What would be a cool way to get a signature? And I just, one simple email, and the dude's like, absolutely. Did it in a second. So yeah, absolutely recommend. Those are all what I have. Okay, what did you say? Attack from Mars. Others seem Indy the most. Indy the most. Okay, that makes sense. Indy's good. Attack from Mars. That was my guess. That was my guess. 25 games total, ranging from heavy to light project. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome that you have that many locked up and ready to work on. I definitely had plans in my head. I was like, man, I want to get so many more pins. And now my wife and I are planning on redoing our basement, and my original layout was like I could probably do 10 pins, and we have young kids, and I realized the basement would probably be better for a recreational area for them, and so I'm now going to lay out my pins in another orientation. So I think I'm only going to be able to fit 4 or 5 pins. Only 4 or 5. I mean, they're so expensive. I have to really get lucky and stumble upon them as a project, or I have to save up for them. So what I'm finding is I'm gonna be more picky on what will go in my space. But before I was like, give me any and all pinball machines, and I think I'm still that way in a sense. I would love to give me. If somebody has a pinball machine, especially now that I started streaming, I want to stream every machine just so I can show it off, experience it, because there's going to be something in it that I like. So that's awesome. There's definitely some games there that I would there are so many games. If I knew somebody that had a gazillion games, I'd be like, hey, can I borrow this game for a month, just so I can experience it on stream? And dude, they're all gone. I just totally lost that multi-ball.
2x jackpot.
There we go. Okay, that's going to fall through. That'll fall through to my scoop, which is good. Go ahead and get in the scoop here. Alright, now let's get up top. There we go, we're up top. Come on, hit some stuff up there. Didn't hit nothing up there. Save that ball. Up top again. Nothing. Hit nothing up there.
2x jackpot.
There we go. Up top again. Come on, hit some stuff. And I lost another ball. Oh, that dribbled right off. That was ball 2, wasn't it? And I just untied my shoes. Wow, though, what do you got? Gotta run, getting late here in Michigan. I feel ya. Can't wait to see you when you're streaming it. Hey, I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm in Indiana, so I'm right below you. So yeah, it is getting late. With young kids, this is what my wife has allotted me. Wednesday nights from 10 to whatever. You can do whatever you want. So I probably have dishes upstairs that I have to get to when I'm done. But every Wednesday, 10 to midnight. But Wild Dog, thank you for streaming. Thank you for providing content for pinball people to watch. And yeah, thanks for sharing the love on TNA. And I hope you have a great night. So thanks for checking in. Alright, come on. Not enough. Not enough to get up there. So let's go ahead and get this ball locked. There we go. That should be enough. Later, man. There we go. Okay. So this is only reactor 2. Alright, let's focus on getting these balls locked. Or just focus on draining. Yeah. So Wild Dog leaves. Game's over. That's fine. Alright. Let's do another 4-player game. Let's see how we do there. And then, we'll see where we're at after that. Player 2. Here we go. 4-player.
Co-op mode activated.
Alright, let's go.
Add additional players now.
Alright, everybody.
Player 3. Player 4.
Let's go. Let's go. So how far did we get last time? We got to reactor 5? Yeah, we can do better than that. We're warmed up. The game's warmed up. We're feeling good. How's this camera? This is the first time I've played with this camera. I like this layout. I like vertical because I feel like I don't know. I like visually, I like it better than doing the horizontal thing. But with this layout, I end up with a weird block, you know? This block right here. And it's cool because on like Turtles and stuff, you can put this camera towards like an interesting shot or whatnot. So like when I had Stranger Things, it was awesome because I put that camera towards the ramp. But I don't know. There's only so much stuff to point it at with this game. So if my wife ever came down to play, maybe I'd point this over towards like her as like another player cam or something, which could be cool. So maybe down the road. But for now, I don't know. I mean, hopefully it shows these drop targets pretty well. But all right, here we go. Let's go. Let's 12 balls. 12 balls, hoping for 12 multi-balls in the process. And let's see how we do here. That's a good way to start with that secret skill shot. Can't complain about that. Let's get this ball locked. A lot of spin. A lot of spin. Boop, boop. Here we go. Let's get into multi-ball here. Oh, come on. Let's get into multi-ball. Let's get into... There we go. Okay. Center shots. Center shots. There we go. Let's get her in the scoop. There it is. Let's get up top. Let's actually collect. Okay, number 2. There we go. We're up top. There we go. There we go. We're lit. And pop bumper on the side. Pop bumper. There it is. There it is. Ball 1. Reactor 1. Right up the middle while I had a ball save. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Ball 1, reactor 1.
Reactor unlocked.
Let's get reactor 2 lit. Let's go. Not bad. Not a bad start. Alright, reactor 2 is lit.
The reactor startup sequence. Reactor online.
Ah. Oh, yes. All right, let's go. Here we go. There it is. Let's get this going. Ah, bummer. Okay. That's all right. Let's short plunge it up top. That was too much. All right, let's hit this orbit. There it is. Boom. Reactor 2 is lit. go. Let's hit these shots. Should have moved it a little more than that. Alright, I'm not complaining. That was ball 1. So here we go. Ball 2 of 12. Let's focus on getting in the multi-ball. Let's get in a multi-ball here. There's one shot. No! What a choke. Okay, that was a waste of ball 2. Just be smart here. Let's not waste these early balls. Let's get in the multi-ball here. There we go. I know I have a ball save, but be smart. Take a smart shot at this. That was quite a move. George, I appreciate that, man. Anytime you speak highly of the way my my stream looks, it gives me the butterflies. Let's get in the multi-ball here. Come on! And I also love, I don't know, George, if you have a shaker motor or not in your game. Look at my ball. That's because the shaker motor's going off. Yeah, the shaker's so good. The shaker's so good. And I hope I've sold you on these drop targets. Do you see the drop? Look at the light show on these drop targets. Come on! No! That's 2 balls I've just wasted. Have it set to low, and it's still redone. I know, I have it set, like, cranked. So I had an amazing ball 1, and I'm just sucking. Can I just get in the multi-ball, please? You sold me on how cool they are, but A, I can't find them, and B, they're incredibly difficult to install. That's right, you hate working on your games. They do take some time and some skill to install. I think you could do it. If I lived closer, I would have gladly done it for you. Then you buy them from Pinball Life. Everything you need, there's a link post on Pinside, and I can send you exactly what I ordered. But if the actual installation is what you're worried about, then yeah, you might have to talk a friend into doing it for you. I got a ball stuck up there, right there. There's a ball stuck, so I'm okay with that. Could have just stopped at, that's right, you hate working. Yeah. I know you hate putting mods and stuff in your games. But there it is. Okay, yeah. Definitely was expecting a show there, but there is no light show in your multi-ball. That's great. That is a great way to light that. Alright, I'm fine with that, because that ball is just sitting there. Alright, like George would say, that always be multi-balling, right? I love mods, but I hate the act of modding. Yeah. George, I've been meaning to ask you, on your turtles, you have the turtle glider mod. Do you feel that impedes vision at all? That's my only concern. Is it harder to see any of your shots, or does it just look good? No impeded vision. Okay. I've considered it, but that was my fear. Was great.
Super spinner initialized.
Come on. R and A suck to hit. Let's see if we gotta wait right till the end. There's R. There's A. Calm down. Destroy. There it is. Let's go. Right, hit the targets up the middle while I have a ball save. No go. No go. Yep. All right, so 4 balls down, 3 reactors. I'll take it. I'll take it. So let's focus on getting into multi-ball and then getting that grid filled out. So. There's one. There's 2. All right, here we go. Getting the multi-ball here. There it is. Hit the center grid. Center grid. One more shot. There we go. Hit the scoop. That'll drop in the scoop. I'll take it. Oh, that's good. Try to plunge that real quick. Alright, I got 2.
2x double jackpot.
I would like this to stay on the... Okay, so now that I'm past ball 3, I can only shoot one or the other. So I can only shoot up the left flipper right now. Jared, what up, my brother? Literally, my brother. What up, Jared? Thank you for the resub. Really appreciate that. Guys, the goal... I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. Where are we at? Yeah. Subs are coming, man. Yeah, backhand that left orbit. I can't backhand the left orbit. It does not work on my game. But I can hit it on the right. Let's get it up there. Yep. Ah, it's stuck. Watch, I will show you. It is not possible. Alright, what do I want to do? I can try to... That was actually an attempt to relight my locks here. Okay, that sucked. That sucked. Alright, so that was ball 5. Jared, thanks, man. Thanks for hopping on and giving me that sub. Really appreciate it, Jared. My brother, he's in chat. He's a fan of this game. I know I sold it once, and I think he's told me I'm never allowed to sell it again. So, I don't plan on selling it. I want to light this ball quick. Or lock this ball so I can... so I can plunge up to the top. There we go, that'll work. Come on. Yep, stay up there. Yes. Yes. There we go. Ball 4 is lit, or reactor 4 is lit. What's my mystery award? Beep. Alright, I got a lot of R shots. Can't believe I didn't just get any of them. Alright, let's get into this multi-ball. The D is rough. Alright, let's get into this. George, thanks for, Nick posted what you wrote for the Discord notification. And it was pretty funny. So thanks for writing that. Alright, here we go. We need side-to-side action so we can get that D hit. There it is. Got it. Right up the middle. Right up the middle. Let's fill this grid out while we have ball save, and we have 3 balls going. Let's go. Come on. Right up the middle. There it is. There we go. Right target. There's one more to go. Got it. Okay. And I'm down to 2 balls. Down to 1 ball. You are just another pinball stream, so I literally just... It really seems like no one should rush. No, you were all over it. No. It's like, hey, you know, it's just... If you want to make your way... No, I liked it. So some of your other ones are pretty aggressive. Like, drop what you're doing. No. It's like, if you want. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. let's get this scoop. Please and thank you. There it is.
Please stand by for reactor startup sequence.
So this is ball 5 of 12, or 6 of 12.
Reactor online.
This is good. Alright. So what do I want to do here? I want to hit this orbit is what I want to do. Right flipper, left orbit.
Mystery award lit.
That was neat. Left flipper. There it is. Okay. Get up there and stay up there. Or just get up there and roll directly down. Now I'm at the right. Okay, I'm going to use my ball save here. Strategy. Because I want to see if I can get a short plunge. Ah, overdid it. I wanted to see if I could plunge it up there. Ah, I overdid it again. I love the strategy of this game. So, just to explain what I just did, once you get past the third reactor, you can't hit both orbits. Only one is lit. So right now the right side is lit. I can only go up the right side. And that changes depending on, I think it's sling hits and pop bumper hits. So like that's a hard shot to hit. So if I purposely drain the ball and then try to short plunge and plunge it up top, like that's a strategy. The other thing is the ball save lanes. So I purposely lit that so that I could go up top again. Like, I love it. I love the strategy and the trying to think on your feet in this game. So now I'm going to try to relight my locks. There we go. Stop. Nope. That was a lot. I know.
Danger.
Okay, so where am I at? Now I'm on the left flipper. So this is where I can actually try for my orbit. Which I kind of hit, but not clean. Oh, sweet! A nice... That should not have worked, but it did. Ah! I misflipped that when I was up there. It had like a slow hit up the top. There we go. There we go. Come on. Didn't hit anything up there. That sucks. I was out of warnings or low on warnings, but that's okay. Alright, so where I'm at, that was ball 6. So here we are, ball 7. I'm going to try to just plunge it up top. That would be the goal. Otherwise, I'm going to focus on locking a ball and then plunging it up top. Locking a ball, plunging it up top. That's the goal here. So let's see what we get here. That was not enough, so we're going to try locking the ball. I lied, I actually tried for an orbit shot there. That's okay, ball saved. Thank you. Too much. That worked out. Hit some slings. Thank you. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Reactor 5 is lit. Now I'm just bouncing around up there for points. There's really no reason to. Okay. If I could get into multi-ball, that would be preferred. There we go. 2 more shots for that. Okay, I'll take that. More shot. Oh boy. Okay, so the only time this game's unfair is one, if it just shoots it right down the middle, but it adds a ball save. So it's like, that's not even unfair. The only other time was like, I kind of half ramped it, essentially. Like I half got it up this, and then it went right down the middle. So the reality is when you... Or the last time would be if this pop bumper just bam slams it right down the middle. So otherwise, if you fail, it's your fault. Like this game is never. This game's convicting. it's like, God, you just suck at pinball, or it's like you made a dumb choice there, you know, like be smarter, like play or be patient, or you know, don't just go for this, like cradle up. I don't know. I have not hit a single one. There we go. What have I hit? So my lane save's on. Come on, the rad targets are the. There's R. I need that D. Got the D. So I need the destroy on the right side. Got it. Okay, right up the middle. Right up the middle. There's a lot of grid shots to hit here. So I'm trying to do that while I still have 2 balls. I think I just said got the D, and if I had 2 balls, like within 10 seconds of each other. Referring to pinball, of course, guys. I don't know what you're thinking. See, that's a dumb move. That's a dumb move, and I know it. As I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I only have 2 more hits on that left side. My multi-ball's used. Like, I could probably do these. I could probably just do it real fast. Hey, nice on the frosted drop targets. Now you're just making me jealous. I want to have to add to my other mods list. Hypercoaster. So I don't know if you just dropped in, but there's a few things that you must have for this game. Yes, the frosted drop targets are one with the extra lights. That's an awesome mod. The other thing is there's a second version of this ball save display down here. Mine there's LEDs on both sides. That's a must. That's an easy swap. And then the last mod, I have glow-in-the-dark rings on all of mine. I really like that. The last mod I think is really cool. Is Pinball Life sells replacement plastics. Scott Denisi works at Pinball Life. I placed an order. He reached out to him. I said, "Is there any way you'll sign those?" And he did. So I actually have a signed plastic there. So write all those down. I hope he's not mad because I've recommended that to like 3 or 4 different people that have watched the stream tonight. Is getting basically a signed Pinball Life plastic. Which what a nice guy. I mean, I think it's awesome. He basically just said, let me know what your order number is once you place it. Send him an email. I think it's like scott@pinballlife.com. It's because I had originally reached out to him on Pinside and just said, hey, I know you work at Pinball. I basically said, like, I got that like a month ago, and I said, hey, are you working in the office with COVID and everything? And he's like, yep. And I said, is there any chance you'd sign a plastic for me? And he goes, yep, just let me know what your order number is, and I'll do it. And yeah, what a great guy. All right, what I probably should... no, I gotta go for multi-ball. This is the smart move. All right, let's get into multi-ball here. Can I hit the one target I have left? Thank you. Okay. Alright, that'll drop in. That'll drop into my scoop. Drop in the scoop. Nice. Alright, reactor 6, and I already lost that ball. Hypercoaster, I'm assuming you have the lights, the speaker lights. Because those are sick. Those are awesome. There we go. That worked out well. Stay up there. Stay up there. Yes, I do. So there's another mod you can do, and I actually talked about it on Pinside. There's a relatively easy way to basically grab the RGB info off of the speaker lights, and I added a 12-volt RGB strip to the back of my machine. So now the back wall actually changes the same color as the lights. So if I ever play this with like my lights off, you can find me on Pinside if you want. I'm Joel Bob, all one word, and I'll send you the exact link to my post showing how I did it. But here, I'll move the camera up to show you here in just a sec. I'm on the right side now. Left side? Left side's good. There we go. Ah, I should have done that. Should have moved the machine. Alright, so you can kind of see my wall. Let me... I know it's flickering really weird because of the way, but do you see how the wall's blue? Yeah, my whole back wall. I have a strip up, down, all the way around, which it's just, there's too much light on right now. There you go. Now you can see. So that's what my back light wall looks like when I play in the dark. And that changes based on the color of the speaker lights, which is pretty sick. Like when it's going red, I'll turn it back up when it's going nuts, because yeah, it's pretty awesome. All right, let's try to plunge it up top here. Nah, that was way too little. That's all right. Focus on locking a ball. There we go. All right, let's plunge it up top. Too much. There we go. All right, my lights are on. I'm good. All right, here we go. Everything good? Is this the new code that Scott dropped this weekend? No, it's actually... I think I'm like one version ahead of that. I meant to update it before I stream tonight. I just didn't have enough time. He didn't really add anything. The only thing he added is it says in the bottom right where how many more shots to super spinner. But that sucks. I meant to do it just because I wanted to, put it through some paces, kind of thing. Ah, it's too much. Let's try to lock a ball instead. There we go. Let's try to plunge up top. That's so little. I didn't want to do that now. There we go. Okay, stop it up top. Yep. Bounce it around. Get it up there. Yeah. Ah, 82%. Getting up there with 3 balls is really hard. Really, really hard. And I'm over there again. That sucks. Alright, right orbit. That sucked. That sucked. Okay, final ball. Let's get through this. Let's get through reactor 6. Starts with a good plunge, and that was not a good plunge. Did not mean to do that. Wanted to save that. Alright, let's go. Let's lock this ball. Gee, all of a sudden I can't hit that shot. There we go. Let's plunge this ball up top. That is pitiful. Alright, left orbit. There it is. Stay up top. Stay up top. Come on. Yep. There it is. Yes. Okay. Let's get this ball locked. No, that was it. That was it. Oh, all right. Who was the last person? It was my brother. Let's just go. Oh, TNA. I know it's the best game. My brother was the last person, so I gotta go with him. I'm gonna do Jared. It's HXC, but. Jared. So, Hypercoaster, how far have you gotten? How far have you gotten by yourself? And Hypercoaster, that's right, Tommy Greenwood, yeah. I was like, I know that name. I was curious. I know you can do this, and I'm curious if it... this saves. Like, I can edit your name, enter the updated nickname for Hypercoaster. So I think I can actually say Tommy. Nice. I'm curious if this stays. Okay. Yeah, so 3 balls. 3 balls, the farthest that I've gotten is I've beaten 5. So we're going to do a 3-ball game right now. I've beaten 5, and I was like 1 shot away from 6. So... all right. So, here. So the back wall's purple now. You see that? Yeah. It's subtle. It's way more obvious in person, but it's awesome. All right, there we go. Real quick, before I show this, I gotta show this trailer. George Don't Panic Flip, Fliptronic, and the Pinsomniac put this together for TPN. This trailer is incredible. I really, really love it. So let's go ahead and... ah, crap, that's on the other... all right, I gotta make this real quick. TPN video. All right, just give me 1 second.
Point 0.002% of people struggle to find companionship because of their choice in unpopular hobbies. These same people may find it difficult to be happy or enjoy themselves when alone. Because being good at something requires effort. Or they may rely on social lubricants in public situations to feel a level of normalcy. Or may give up entirely. But now, there is TPN, a non-FDA approved network of affiliated streamers who work together to bring a niche hobby better than mediocre content. Gone are the days of celebrating one's ephemeral and worthless accomplishments alone. Together, we can celebrate them together. Online, in a public forum, on the internet. Don't call your doctor if you think TPN is right for you. Call Zach's personal cell phone instead, late at night and on weekends. You should not take TPN if you don't like pinball or watching others play pinball. You should not discuss with your doctor the possible side effects from TPN, including flip chronic anxiety, insomnia, disruptive polyp flipping, fox scabies, ray depression, pinball malaria, mystery poliothrombosis, what the fungal meningitis, babies, Tourette's graphics, fainting out, emesis and Dr. Jaundice, wee heart palpitations, rectal painball, one eye paralysis, STD, M, Jedi McMumps, and just another prostate syndrome. Because together, we can push through the existential dread of the meaninglessness of our favorite hobby. Together.
Yeah, I thought that video was incredible. I loved it. So TPN, awesome network of people, the Pinball Network. Really, this is just a group of people that are all streamers and enjoy streaming, support each other. So after this, I think Pinsomniac's playing, so we'll probably send it his way. But yeah, TPN, a lot of love there and a lot of fun. So I thought that video, I thought that video was incredible. I laughed way too hard. So I don't know if you guys have seen that yet or not, but yeah, big fan of that. I thought that was great. So, all right, here we go. Let's do this. So just one ball game. I can get an extra ball after I destroy the third reactor, or light the third reactor. So let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can get to that. Sure, my lights are on. Higher Peanut, thanks for letting me know that everything looked good during that video. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a good night. I think I've seen you in here before. I'm trying to remember the name. But thanks for dropping in. Thanks for spending some of your Wednesday night being a part of this. Okay, let's get multi-ball going here. I'm gonna tilt. I bounce around pinball streams like they're pops at the moment. Yeah. Well, thanks for stopping on mine for a little bit. So really appreciate that. All right, let's get into this multi-ball without tilting. I'd love to get a mystery. Let's get this grid lit. All right, let's get in the scoop. I cannot move this machine at all. No tilts left. This game is so violent. Like between the... Yeah, I'm out of tilts. That sucks. Not exactly what I wanted for ball one. Okay, let's plunge it up top. Not enough. So lock a ball. There we go. Let's plunge her up there. There it is. That's good. One more. Got it. Okay. Alright, let's go. I haven't even looked. Who else is streaming right now? Anything cool? Let's get into this multi-ball. I feel like I could take one shot at it. You gonna? Thank you. There's a short little ball save after you destroy the reactor, and so I was like, let me make a pop shot at the grid. And I got lucky there. All right, let's get this grid. Got it. Okay. Scoop. Scoop, please. Scoop. Got it. All right. That sucks. Alright, let's get lit up there. Definitely played that wrong. Sweet. There's reactor 2. 2 hits to the pop bumper. You're going to give me that ball back. Yes, you are. That one's gone, though. I should have moved the game. This game's going fast. Alright, let's go. I need to get reactor 3 lit so I get my extra ball. There's one. Oh, that sucks. That was quick. Game Time Television. Here he is. Hey. How you doing? I wrote, you'd love it. So I wrote down your name. I wrote it as Ron, Ryan, Ron Dog. That was Ron, right? Like that's what you wanted as. So who was the last person before that? It was Ron Dog, right? Is what you like being called? Was that right? Rod Dog. That's right. I was like, was it Ron or Rod? Yeah. It's Rod Dog? Rod Dog, yeah. Alright, lucky you. Here you go. Rod Dog is going in here. There we go. Alright. Just like Raw Dog, yeah, Raw Dog, but Rod Dog. So did somebody mistakenly call you Rod and instead of Ryan? Like, how did that go? Alright, let's go. That was quick. Let's go.
Welcome to the future.
There we go. That's awesome. Yeah, well, I'm honored. Lucky you. Yeah. Alright, let's get this multi-ball going. Here's one. So, I know a lot of people say with music pins that, dude, Arcade, thank you for the raid, my friend. Arcade, I was watching your video the other day. You put that for what? I think it was for, expo of like kind of your in-depth video of your current state of Metroid, and it's holy cow, incredible the work you've done in that. I hope you're proud. That's incredible looking machine. Thank you for the raid. Oh man, just losing that multi-ball left and right.
Grade save, level 1.
Get that. It sucked. I don't have a middle name. My last name is O'Donnell. So people started calling me Rod at work, and I loved it. Oh, I see. Ryan O'Donnell for Rod. That's funny. That's really funny. That was a terrible ball one, but we're gonna make do with it. Come on, get it up there. Yeah, my initials are JRE. So technically, if we were going to play that game, it would be Jerry, but that was never a thing. It's never happened. And I actually have an Uncle Jerry, but yeah, that's funny. That's how you got Rod. So the girl that streams with you, El Recco, I don't know if it's girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever. Does she ever call you Rod? Have you tried to convince her to start calling you Rod? I feel like that. I feel like that's like a hard no. She's just, jeez. All right, this game's struggling. What do we got here? Can't wait for the final version with art and a couple more mechs. I agree. I mean, you got the Whitewood, and I saw the artist that you're gonna have. That'll be pretty sick. But I've got 4 initials, so most arcade machines I had to drop at least one. So what did you go with? What's your 4 initials then? Oh, you don't talk to each other. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. That's that. Then she doesn't have to call you anything. Yeah. X-Spud-Z. I want one of these. So you should is the answer. I don't mean that to be a jerk. This game, I owned it. It was my only game when I owned it, and I thought to myself, I was like, man, this game's really pretty repetitive. And I sold it, and I missed it. And I was lucky enough to find it and get it back. And I was about to say earlier, I think most people with music pins just assume they'll get sick of the music. I'll tell you right now, no, you won't. And the light show is just so great. Plus co-op mode. This is the best game for people that are non-pinball people. It's so easy to explain what to do, yet there's legit strategy and complexity in the game to keep like genuine pinball people entertained. This is ball 3. I've wasted ball 2, but we're gonna make use of one of these. CTSB. Wait, you said you have 4 how does 4 initials work? How do you do? You have 2 middle names? CTSB, usually drop both and go CB because I can't pick. That's funny. So just drop the middle. So you have like 2 middle names? Is that a Catholic thing? You have 2 middle names. So my name is Joel Robert Engelberth, so JRE. But I've had friends and family call me Joel Bob. So instead of Joel Robert, Joel Bob. And my mom and my sister both have JRE as their initials. So on arcade games, I go JBO for Joel Bob. I don't know. It's probably dumb, but that's what I do. Sort of sad. I was going to pick up an EM Gottlieb, but somebody already picked it up. Dude, that sucks. Not Catholic or anything at all, really. I just got 2. Hey, lucky you. That's twice the... 2 times more than anybody else, so nice job. So you said somebody already picked it up. Did they... Was that like a Facebook or Craigslist thing where they're like, oh yeah, I'll hold it for you, and then they didn't? Because that is the worst feeling. Or somebody like outbid you or something, or... Yeah, how'd you not in that? There we go. There we go. Right, up to middle while I still have a ball save timer. Ball save timer's done. Still up the middle. There it is. Reactor's unlocked, and that's lit. This is good. Good, good, good. We love this game. Owned it for a bit. Every time I see it on stream, I'm blown away how much more fun it looks than Rick and Morty. Interesting. So, like, Rick and Morty is a game that I have not had a chance to play, but I'm like, I really think I want it. And maybe I don't know, I need to give it a shot. But I love the light show in this game, and I love the music. And obviously the light show and the music are both by the same guy. And... I really love the idea of dimensions because it makes you doing the same task different. And I don't know. I'm very curious, but I haven't played one, and I'm curious if I would love it as much as I love this game, or if there's a chance there's something about it that I wouldn't love. So we'll see. No, I didn't contact the guy yet. I was eyeballing at work and finally got enough money for it. Jack's open. It was the perfect amount of wear. Nice. Play area was in good condition and no rust of it. So you said you were eyeing it at work. Where do you work? Where do you work that you have a chance to eye pinball machines? All right, here's reactor 2. I'd love to get through this reactor. Light locks. Light locks? No. I'd love to get... This is ball 3 already. I really just did nothing with ball 1 and 2. That's fine. Ball save. I got 2 warnings left. You work in an office? Helpful. I'm assuming you have pinball machines there. That's awesome. Alright, there's that. So my multi-ball, I'm going to have to work to get multi-ball going. Or here's the deal. I can take a few dangerous shots... Now I was looking at pizza. I got it in Craigslist. All right, one more dangerous shot. Got it. All right, all I have to do is hit the scoop, and I get a multi-ball. So Rod Dog, he said this game looks more interesting than Rick and Morty. So what do you mean? Like what about Rick and Morty do you find boring? Or what is it that's... Or maybe what is it about this game that looks more appealing? I'm just curious about your comment there. Alright, 1 shot to the scoop. I'd like to backhand it if possible. There it is. Extra ball's lit. Boop, boop, boop. It's going to say EB down there. Love it. And I love the extra ball music. Here we go. Let's go. Let's get that. Let's keep that up there. Ah, sorry. There we go. Keep her up there. Let's get that lit. Got it. Alright, 3 shots. I mean, a good pinball player would be trying to focus on relighting multi-ball, but that's not me. I'm just gonna snipe him. There it is. See, sucking sometimes kind of works out. Alright. From the few times I've played TNA, it makes me want to get good at pinball. No ramp shots to flippers, so I need better control. Interesting. So, It wasn't until Zach and Dennis on the latest pinball podcast, they said that Dennis was like, "What's the point of ramps? Like, why do people go gaga over ramps? All it is a shot that feeds a flipper." And I had never thought of it that way. Like when you look at a game with ramps, like I'm looking at Turtles right now, it has some awesome ramps and some awesome shots. But he's right. I mean, when you hit a ramp, I mean, sure, in Turtles, when you hit the right ramp, it feeds you up a flipper. But all the other ramps just give you feeds back to your flipper. So they're almost safer shots than than any other shot, whether it's a horseshoe shot or something like this. And I never looked at it that way. I think a lot of people in pinball look at ramps as like a toy or a mech. So it's just more visual, or it's a chance to like squeeze in more movement into less space. But you say that, no ramp shots, so I need better control. So that's what I realized. Like, you're right. Yes, this game is very much, you have to be accurate. And after you hit a shot, you have to be prepared for it to come back. Because there's no shot in this game that comes back safely. So that's an interesting point. Yes, this game is definitely, this is a game that makes me a better player. And because of that, I have to do a lot more decision making, for sure. So, well, I know this game is a banger. Yeah, the tunes for sure. Had it a year or so. Rick and Morty seems not fun to shoot. Also, the rules seem bad. I watch Carl stream it a lot, and it just doesn't look fun. And I know he's made huge improvements to make it shoot better. He drilled a new hole in the playfield to move a guide, and that seems crazy. Yeah, I know it got a lot of heat for that. The upper right shot and that upper loop. Carl is a very good player. And that's what I like watching Carl, because you can see the code depth, or you can see complexity in the code and the way his mind works. I really want to try to exploit the score, and I want to see what all this game can offer. But where I struggle with watching a player like Carl is like, I'm not Carl. I cannot play the game like Carl. So I'm curious, like, I'm not going to get to that far. I'm not going to get as far as he does, or I'm not going to see as much as he does. So it's like, am I going to still enjoy the game if I see like half of what he sees? And so right now, MPT3K has a Rick and Morty, and I've enjoyed watching him stream because he's still a good player, but I'm closer to his skill level than Carl, so I actually see more of what's going on. So yeah, Xpuz. That's hard to say. Hey, X, what's a nickname I can call you, or what's your first name? I'm happy to. I got a list of people here, and I like referring to people by whatever I can call them. Putz. Or if your first name's Greg, whatever. I'll call you whatever you want. Raw Dog Plus, in this game you can loop pass, and loop passing is cool. Yes. Yeah. It does. I've learned a lot more technique on this game than a lot of other games. Ramrod, they made a lot of modification at the factory. Still needs some adjustments if you want butter smooth. And from what I read, the code is still in its infancy. Yes, so Ramrod, Ian, awesome guy. He has one on order, and I know he has a Rick and Morty coming his way. So I am jealous, and I agree that I think there's a lot more code to come. That's one thing that's really cool about TNA is like Scott's still working on code. And that's been cool to own. It's different, like Stern games come out and they're not done. And so like you look forward to the code update to like see more of stuff that you expect to be in the game. Scott, like, the game's done, but there are people like throwing suggestions at him. Like if you look on the screen right here, right there, the fact that it shows my score, that's because he coded that in because people were streaming his game, and it's hard enough to like capture the alphanumeric display. So it's really cool to have a game that I feel like the coder, like, this is his baby. This is his like first love, and he wants this game to continue to grow and be awesome. And so he's like continually working on code for this game. And I feel like Eric with Rick and Morty, it's going to be a similar thing, where I think they have the license for a while, and being that this is kind of his first, that sucked. What a way to end that game. Like, I bet the code on Rick and Morty is gonna be there for a long time. Reactor 3, that was quick. Who was the last person to hop in? We gotta go with Arcade with the raid, so let's go. Hey. El Rucco, what up? That's not arcade. Whoops. That's an awesome sound effect, I just realized. How many can I fit in here? Let's try 4. There we go. El Rucco, Leslie, thanks for joining. Appreciate you hopping in here. I think I got, what time is it, 12:30? I think I got about one more game in me. Let's break 1 million. Let's break 1 million points. I guess I shouldn't come into a stream talking bad about a game. I just really like this game. I was expecting Scott's next game to impress me more. I'm sure it'll be a banger as it matures. No, I mean, sure, obviously Ramrod is going to defend it a little bit. He has one on order. And I don't know. I think, in my opinion, I think Rick and Morty can only go up from here. It can only improve. I think they've said there's more that's going to happen in the code. But I know people, like, every shot in this game is, like, I know his Whitewood, like, initially, he didn't have this pop bumper. He had, like, another row of targets. And then adding this was, like, a game changer. And I think at one point in time he thought about adding 2. I don't know. But it is true that every shot in this game is different. It's unique. It makes you think, and it does, this game does stuff that other pinball games don't do. And to be honest, this game, like, I don't really have any urge to own an EM or even just another, like, single level game. Just because, like, I had an 8-Ball Deluxe and I really enjoyed 8-Ball Deluxe. But I feel like this game does what a lot of those games do, but better. So I feel like because of this, I'm good with single level games. And I understand I had high expectations for, like, more uniqueness from Scott, but, like, the pop bumper down here is awesome. But I know some people have complained about his shots, and I know it's a hard game, but I'd still like to try it, and I trust watching the streams. I get it, but I'm looking forward to playing it. I'm looking forward to trying it myself. But I am nervous because if I, like, love it, then that'll be a game I'm gonna have to, like, really save up for, because it's expensive to try to buy one. Honestly, I just find the call-outs to be annoying. I find Rick and Morty fans to be grating. Good thing my favorite hobbies are pinball and video games. No grading people. Yeah, right. Let's say I agree that TNA makes you a better player. There's a little bit of everything you get to practice on it. I agree. But to be honest, like, the reason I have this game in my collection is I have found it is my favorite game to play with non-pinball people. Like, to play with my friends and family, this is my favorite game. Because it's so obviously apparent what it is you need to hit or do at any moment that I find it's an amazing teaching tool. And then on top of that, co-op mode. The fact that we can play this game together and, like, work together to accomplish these tasks. That is the main reason. Like, I love it, don't get me wrong, but I've loved a lot of games, but this is my favorite, my favorite game to play with other people. Like that right there. Like, that was not an unfair shot. I just shouldn't have gone for it. And I get what you mean. I'm not a huge Rick and Morty fan. I don't, like, I enjoy the show, but I'm not, like, a diehard Rick and Morty fan. And I do find them funny, but yes, there is a chance that, like, this music has never gotten old, and I don't see it ever getting old, but there's a chance call-outs could get old. Are those lights on the display between the flippers and mod? Yes. Scott invented this panel for Rick and Morty, and he realized, I like that, I want to put that in TNA as well. So you could buy this panel. It's a new flipper. It's a new display panel, and I think it's like $20. And you literally just unplug the old one, plug in the new one, and he wrote code for it to add those 2 lights in, which is awesome. Like I said, it's awesome owning a game that I feel like the guy is continually trying to improve. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So the things that he's added to the game. were another thing that he had added to Rick and Morty were the clear drop targets. So if you look at my other little camera over here, you can see it even better. But I've done it. I swapped them out. You can see them right here. I swapped all 3 of the drop targets with clear, and then he actually coded in. So you buy the 3 clear drop targets and then 3 LEDs and some wire, and he coded in those so those all light up now. Just because he did it on his new game, was like, it's awesome. I want to put it in my original game as well. All right, I should get multi-ball going here. So, yes, it's pretty cool owning a game that I feel like is constantly improving. And, like, I've sent him some different, like, code ideas. And, it all just comes down to, like, when he feels he has time to, like, write it. Oh, my goodness. Like, lately, the last thing that he coded in, and I haven't done it yet, I bought the parts to do it, because it was just like $10 or so, he coded in an LED so that I could light my scoop. I could light the scoop, but it's just going to either light red, green, or yellow. No, red, green, or blue. So there's a chance that I could light that up. I just haven't done it yet. There we go. That'll drop in. Thank you. Oh, I knew that as soon as I shot that. Once again, another crappy decision. I'm on ball 3 already. I should be playing smarter than this. I'm going for shots that I shouldn't. They're dangerous shots, and I'm going for them. Like, I actually don't want to start my multi-ball yet, just because I mean, it would be smart, but I find hitting that orbit shot really, really hard to do when there's multiple balls bouncing around. So I kind of really would like to light my reactor here. Thank you. Now I'll go for multi-ball. There we go. Shot over to the top number. There we go. Right up the middle. Middle shots is what I need here. Got it. Come on, middle shot. There's one. One more of those. There we go. Hit the reactor. That's how you win that pretty quick. Scoop time. Or drain time. Have you ever completed all the reactors? Judging by my level of play. No. I have... The best I've done on just single player is 5. 5 reactors. 1 shot away to getting the 6th. Sometimes I cheat and I do a 4-player co-op game. So essentially 12 balls, and the furthest I've gotten with that is 7. I've gotten through 7 reactors. But this game is just... Do I ever think I will be able to get through all 9 by myself? No. I'm not Skip Natty. I'm not Carl D'Angelo. I'm not Bowen. No, I don't. But I'll be pretty stoked if I could ever get through it. So this is actually one of the things I actually mentioned to Scott. I said, what if you coded... Now with that attitude, I know. I said, what if you coded into the game like an endless mode? So what you could do then is everybody that has TNA, they could actually complete it. And then that's something that you can compete in, where it's like, how many balls did it take you to get through all 9 reactors? And if I'm like, it took me 16 balls, well, that's great. And then some of my other buddies or whatever, then you can compete on like how many it does. And I thought what would also be cool is if you coded that like endless mode to also code in time. So if you somehow put yourself in endless mode, and obviously this would only work on free play. You couldn't ever do this on location unless you had like a buy-in option to keep going. But if you did it for the free play people, then you could be like, yep, I did it in this many balls. Or you could track time where it's like, I did it in this many balls and it only took me this many minutes. And that's also something that if he did it where you would track time. And I do like how he does track time. So yeah, speed runs and low CC challenges. Exactly. He does track time, and you can see that. That's what this one is showing, right? So it tracks high scores. It does a co-op high score. But then combos, spinner, bumper, ball save, and then reactor. So Rod Dog, he did reactor 1. What that means is from the time he started reactor to the time he blew it up, he did it in 57 seconds. So, no, that speed runs exactly. I promptly sold TNA after getting 9 reactors, so Leslie could not be my score. She hasn't talked to me since. Did you really? Did you really actually get through all 9? Because if you did, that is impressive. But yeah, that idea that he does have a speed running aspect currently in the game, which is from starting a react. Dang, good job, man. I'm impressed. Good job. That's no easy feat. Oh, there you go. Yeah, because scoring the game, playing for score versus playing for reactors is totally different. So there's already a speed running aspect in the game, and it's based on lighting a reactor and destroying the reactor. But I think it would be cool to add a speed running aspect of like, okay, how long? Okay, let's race to see who can destroy 3 reactors the fastest. And there is one thing you can do in the game right now, which is you can actually tell it at what point is the game over. So you can set a reactor threshold. So I could actually say, I want this game to be done at reactor 1. And then what you can do is you can challenge yourself to like get the highest score possible with only 1 reactor. So like don't mistakenly blow it up kind of thing, which is pretty neat. So that's one. I mean, you can do a lot. There's a lot already in there if you want to challenge yourself. But that was one of the challenges that I thought would be really cool. And technically I could do it. I can set it instead of doing 3-ball play. I could do like 5-ball play, or I might even be able to do more than that. Actually, now that I look at it, like if I do. What would it be? Gameplay. Where does it... That's extra balls. Where do I have options for how many balls? So this annihilation after reactor, this is where you can actually tell it like in the game after I blow up the first reactor, which is pretty cool. Is it pricing? There we go. Balls per game. So I could technically set this like to 9 and then do a 4-player co-op mode. So you'd hope in 36 balls I'd complete the game, right? And maybe I'll do that sometime. Like I'll do a stream like that where I'll just be like, see how far I can go to complete it. But that would be, I just think, I mean, technically I could do it. But I was just asking Scott, it would be really cool as if you just made an endless mode and took track of time. So if a bunch of different streamers or a bunch of anybody, if there was a leaderboard of like, this is how long it took me to complete the game and this is the time, so that you could see like, well, a whole bunch of people have actually beat the game in 5 balls, but these people did it quicker than others. So that could be pretty cool. But maybe he would do something like that now that the pin score or whatever is out. But all right, speedrun timer and TNA for good games done quick. That would be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick for sure. All right, let's do one more game, but let's actually have a good ball one. And then it's almost 1 a.m. here, and I gotta work tomorrow, so. But I really appreciate you guys coming out and spending your Wednesday night with me. Dude, Rod Dog, man. I can't believe that. That's awesome. Way to go. That's got to be... So, my question is, so you get an extra ball after 3 reactors and 6 reactors. So, what ball were you on when you lit reactor 9? Because, like, I can only imagine the nerves. I really should be in multi-ball right now. I don't know why I'm not. Oh! All I want to do is have one good ball 1, and I do that junk. I think my thing's just timed out. Yep. Alright. There we go. That'll fall in. Plunged my last ball with 1 target left to hit. I was so scared. That's actually a good point. Like, I played Stranger Things last week, and I got the furthest I ever got because I knew the game was going back to Zach, and I really wanted to get to one of the first wizard modes. And jeez, what am I doing? He basically cracked his pants. Yeah, I don't blame him. And I mean, you guys will have to go. I think I highlighted it or made a clip of it, but I had to do a lot. Like, I went into my final ball, and I'm like, all right, I got to do X, Y, and Z. And maybe it's because I had so much to do, I actually was more relaxed than knowing, like, if I was 1 shot away, then it's just like, oh, yeah, the pressure of, like, it's my final ball, all I have to do is this one thing and watch me biff it, you know? Yeah, I totally get what you mean. Jeez, I suck. It's ball 3. I've done like nothing. But whatever, it's ball 3. Let's go. Let's get this. Let's blow up. Let's get our extra ball. My biggest achievement with this game is hitting the skill shot on the stand-ups. Yeah. I mean, it is cool. Have you done the super skill shot? Because it's where you let it hit the left flipper and then you bounce over and hit it. Okay. All right. We're going to do one more game. That's pitiful. All right. Last game right here. So the super skill shot is, yeah, that one. Yeah. I had no idea what it was, and then I saw somebody do it, and I was like, what? It just blew my mind. The idea of, like, boop, boop, boop. So let's try it. Let's just nail it right here. Doop, doop, doop. No. Totally missed it. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's have a good ball 1 here. That'll work. There's 1. Ball 2. Alright, do I go in a multi-ball here, or do I do a dangerous shot? I feel like I want to do the dangerous shot and then only have 1 ball play to get up top. And I did the dangerous shot and it wasn't... There we go.
Shoot the left scoop to start reactor.
Left scoop from the right flipper is rough. A little nudge. That'll work. That'll fall in. You gotta slow that ball down. If that ball's bouncing around up there too fast, that ball can actually roll right over the scoop. Alright, let's get this lit. Let's get this lit and then get in a multi-ball here. There we go. That counts. Bounce over to the right. Yeah. Alright, never mind. I'll take it because the ball's not over. Alright, I gotta get up top here. Come on. Ah, that's a waste of the multi-ball. Come on, ball one. Let's get through this reactor. Backseat Gaming here. Why don't you try to keep it alive up top every time it's up there? Multiplier bonus. I mean, yeah. If I do that, it gives me more points. But I don't know. I've just never been the type of player that cares too much about points. Now, I did say earlier, like, let's go for 1 million, so maybe I should care about points. I typically play for achievement. My issue with playing for points is if you look at, like, most comp players, when they're playing a game, they care so much about points that they're, like, purposely avoiding aspects of the game just to exploit points. And to me, it's like, if a coder's coded all these different modes and stuff, I want to see them. I don't really care. I don't know. Like, I don't care so much about multipliers. So, I mean, that's just me personally, but yes, you are correct. If I'm up there, I might as well stay up there and do some points, or get some points while I'm at it. So, you are correct. It's safe. It's safe to do that. I might as well. That's ball one. Ball one, reactor one. Okay, let's relight, lock our balls here. Actually, I'm going to take a pop shot because my ball save timer is on. Maybe one more. I flipped away from it. Do you not do tourneys? No. No, I've never played in a tournament. I'd like to. But I'm not. I have 2 young kids, and the amount of time that I get outside of the house every week. Pre-COVID, wow. I don't want that to be my last game. I lied. One more. Competing is fun. I'm with you. I'd love to play in a tournament. The chance to be in a room with a bunch of people that all love pinball and we can talk about pinball sounds amazing.
Welcome to the future.
But volleyball is like my sport. That's what I play, and my wife and I would play in a co-ed league every Friday night. That's what we used to do, and so it's kind of like, I don't know. I would feel bad leaving the wife with the kids. And I used to play D&D with my brother, my brother-in-law, and some of his friends. So it's like, I used to do D&D on Wednesdays and volleyballs on Fridays. So it's like trying to find a day I'd have to give up one of those to do competition. And I know a lot of competitions are not like, hey, I'll see you in 3 hours. It's like, hey, I'm gone all day. So, time was the issue. Well, kids were the issue, you know, but, you know. That was not smart. None of these shots are smart. I really should be going for the lock. Yeah, I have no doubt. Competing is fun. Like, it's definitely... I would love to play in a tournament. I would love to play in a tournament. And I think I've... why did I go for that shot? And when they hit school age, it's amazing how much free time you have. Yeah, that makes sense. I always forget there are people out there who have children. What a novel concept. Yes. Yeah, Ian, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not, you know, like I have a 2.5-year-old daughter, and she's developing so much. Like, it is just so cool to see her become like this little person. Like, I really enjoyed the time with her. And then my 6-month-old son is just that. Like, he's just slowly going from just a blob of flesh to actually just like he's becoming a little being. So I'm loving that time. But at the same time, like, the idea of having a break and some free time that's not super late at night sounds incredible. And I'm looking forward to them getting old enough to, like, do things. Like, let's do this together. instead of like, let me watch you run around, but like, let's actually do these. I got a 5-year-old, 2-year-old, and a 2-month-old. Dude, congrats. That's awesome, but boy, is that a lot. We're pretty happy with 2. We're pretty happy with 2 right now, just because the whole divide and conquer thing, that's working out for us pretty well. So the idea of being outnumbered just terrifies me. So my wife's playing that game of like, you sure you don't want another? It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Blobs of flesh and fur, yeah. The cats, yeah. I get it. I mean, we were all, that's what I think is funny, is like, we were all about our dog. We did all about our dog, like everything. But dogs are so much easier than people. And once our daughter was born, it's like we always felt so bad for our dog. It's like, man, we used to give you so much love and attention, and now we have so little left, like so little time left. But yeah, we'll get there. I'm looking forward to school age for sure. Okay, so areas of play that I know I need to work on. There's 2 main things I know I need to work on. One is multi-ball play. Like, I need to be better at controlling and, like, getting one ball. Yeah. I know that's absolutely something I need to do. And then the other thing is a drop catch. Like, I'm pretty good at doing a live catch, as I can't do any of them. Jeez, I didn't do anything that game. But a drop catch is just something I haven't mentally, like, found. And when I watch some of the top-tiered players... Okay, this is my last game. I promise you. This is my last game. It's 1 a.m., but I want to actually feel like I've done something in my last game. Drop catching is my favorite. So I just can't... I just struggle with it. Eventually you can help with all the math and English over if you forgot. Dude, I love math. Love math, so I'm looking forward to that. But drop catching, it's like that ball's coming towards me, and the idea of moving the flipper down and it not just, like... I just struggle with it. A lot of time, does the scoop give you a good angle to practice on? Yes. I should just practice at every single scoop. That's a really good point. Because, like I'll do it right here. Because, there's a ball save timer, so if I mess it up, I'm not screwed. But I don't know. Like, a lot of times when the ball's coming down with speed, I would just rather let it hit and bounce over, like, because I feel it's safe. But a drop catch is just something that's not like in my repertoire of pinball skills, and I definitely know it would help. Just remember to always try to drop catch from the scoop. I did that in Metallic and the Snake. Smart. I need to do that. Well, hello there. Kaleum Estra. I am so sorry. Astra is what I'm gonna go with, just because I'm struggling. But funny, it's the other way around for me. Drop catching would bleed, but I can't live catch something like. Interesting. Yeah. Also, hi. Hello. It's good to see ya. I don't know. Is there an easy way to abbreviate what your name is, or type it out or something? I'm so sorry for botching it. Attack from Mars, Mancha Best also have scoops. Is also perfect opportunity. Yes. Good point. Kalum. Okay. Kalum et Astra. Kalum et Astra. What's the significance here? But Kalum, maybe I'll just go with Kalum. But Kalum et Astra. Jeez, once you start drop catching, you'll be amazed how many actors you'll get. Yeah, maybe that's my problem. But it's a hard, like, it's funny when I play with friends and family. It's Latin. Okay. Yeah, I'm not the best at Latin. Estrella, isn't that Spanish for stars? Estrella, is that right? Kalum et Astra. Awesome. Et Astra was the space movie with Brad Pitt, which I watched. I actually saw it. That was an interesting movie. With Tommy Lee Jones too, right? Tommy Lee Jones was like kind of a dick in the movie. Australia, yeah. My niece named her rabbit Estrella. I really should do the multi-ball now, right? You're thinking of Men in Black? No, I thought at Astra, wasn't Brad Pitt, didn't he go up to, like, wasn't Tommy Lee Jones his dad? But yes, he was a Men in Black. He was a dick in Men in Black too, yes. Also had stars in it, in the Pug. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure at Astra has Tommy Lee Jones in it. I could be wrong. Spoilers. Oh, never mind. Well, Tommy Lee Jones is always a dick. Yeah, you're right. He doesn't play lovable very well. Alright, let's hit the grid in the middle. There we go. Let's get the scoop somehow. One of you just want to magically bounce up in the scoop? No? Calm down. Get the ball. Come on. No! That sucked. And it has Tommy Lee Jones. Yes. Ryan's belt, yeah. Ad Astra, yes. At Astra. At Astra. Calum at Astra. Boy, oh boy. Let's get this scoop figured out. There it is. Alright. Live catch time. Whoop! Not kind of. That was great. Yeah, let's plunge it up top. There it is. That's good. I'll take that. Should have live catched. Alright, what do I got? Destroy on the right. I think you're thinking of Men in Black as well, except for as Will Smith and not Brad Pitt. Weird that you two are confusing it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. I think what you're actually thinking of is Batman Returns, and instead of Tommy Lee Jones, you're actually thinking of what's his name? Not Tommy Lee Jones, but wow, this would be a funny joke if I could actually think of the guy's name. Never mind. I screwed it up. I tried. You gotta play Joker. Not Heath Ledger. Yeah, no. No. Batman Returns, the old one, the old guy. Not Tommy Lee Jones, but what's his name? The guy that plays that was Heath Ledger. Yeah. And instead of Brad Pitt, Michael Keaton. Yeah. The mask. Yeah. Okay. All right. No. What's his name? Not Tommy Lee Jones. He's another old guy that's always mad. Jim Carrey. Yep. That's what you meant. You actually meant, so not bad Brad Pitt and Tommy Lee Jones. We actually meant Jim Carrey and Heath Ledger. Yep. No! Tommy Lee Jones is Two-Face. Yes, I was going with Batman Returns, the old one. What a terrible joke here. This is just... I gotta freaking look it up. Yep, Jim Carrey was the Riddler. You are right. But if I type in Batman Returns... Batman Returns... The Joker slap. Batman Returns, 1992. I can't believe nobody mentioned Danny DeVito. No, what's this guy's name? The Joker. Was he not in the Batman? Don't mean the Batman Returns, the original Batman. Jeez. From the yeah. That guy. Jack Nicholson! Jack Nicholson. Yeah, he was, yeah. So to redo the joke, oh, Tommy Lee Jones. Oh, I think what you meant was the original Batman movie with Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton. So I know you said Brad Pitt, and I know you're talking about space, but God. Oh, man. Yeah. So to refresh, to rehash what's going on, Tommy Lee Jones is a dick in every movie he plays. So glad we got to workshop that joke together. Yes. The fact that I said Joker and it's Heath Ledger, yeah. I think that's what you actually meant with Heath. So by Tommy Lee Jones, you actually meant Heath Ledger. I was trying to think, like, Tommy Lee Jones was, jeez, I just lost all of that multi-ball and got nothing out of it. Was he, like, likable in No Country for Old Men? Because he was, like, the good guy in that, right? Jeez, that's Twitter. Alright, I'm done. It's getting late. I think the highlight of the last 15 minutes was... was trying to figure out what Joker I'm talking about. But if you podcast is anywhere near as funny, I gotta remember not to listen in public. Don't want to look like the weirdo laughing myself. Yeah, my podcast I don't think is as funny because I don't have somebody. I try to record it like I recorded with my wife last week, and I'd like to record it with other people. But I understand the challenge. Like, I've thought about getting a co-host, but the challenge with getting a co-host is having to, like, schedule to do something with a co-host or having somebody available and then also, like, try to do it on the phone. But I understand typically a podcast with a co-host is a lot more enjoyable because of banter, like what just happened. So, yes, I appreciate you directing me in the wrong direction for comedic effect. But I laughed, you laughed. It was a great time. So, I should record the podcast more often with guests because of that sort of conversation. But yeah, thanks for coming out Wednesday night. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the subs. Make sure the mic is visible on whatever you listen to. Then you'll never look crazy. Ah, that's right. Yeah. So my mic is right here, but wow, this guy just drooped down out of the way. Yeah, nice. We'll go ahead and move him up and out. But yeah, thanks for coming out tonight, and feel free to find me on Just Another Pinball Podcast. That's on TPN. Go call. Thanks for the stream. I stream every Wednesday night, 10 to midnight, or in this case, 10 to 1. Yeah, thanks for all the support. Feel free, if there's anything I can do for you, you can email me at justanotherpinball@gmail.com. Feel free to review me on the Pinball Network database. But yeah, just overall, thanks for the laughs. Thanks for the conversation. And I think we're going to go ahead and raid somebody. I always want to try to do that. So let's see real quick. IE Pinball. Maybe we'll go... I mean, Carl's the man. But you guys cool if you want to go Pinsomniac or IE Pinball? What sounds good? What sounds good? Pinsomniac or IE Pinball? Carl's drinking rum. Nice. We're going Carl. All right. Raid IE Pinball. Here we go. Let's go. There we go. Hey, guys. Once again, thank you. Have a great night. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Ian. We'll get there. I'm going to try to reach out. We need 3 more subs. I'm going to try to reach out and find some people that can sub before the end of the month. And we're going to get you that second emote. We're going to get you that. I promise you that. We'll get you it, Ian. So thanks again, everybody. And I'll see you guys next week. All right.